Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday. How's it going? Welcome in. I'm Anthony. Hi. Paulie. What's up, man? Paulie, thank you. I appreciate you, dude. How's your day? Thank you for the 7 months, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. Hi, Stitching Geek. Kelly Maldonado, thanks for getting our command up and running today. Alicia Deemer, if you're here, that's an adorable baby. Just need you to know that. Hi, Cartoon Jesse, I'm glad you're ready. I'm ready too. Hi, Lely. First but not really, Sparrow. I had to buy an extra big box to send you stuff today. Because of you, I had to spend more money on bigger boxes. That's your fault, Sparrow. I needed them anyway, damn it. Hi, Sharn. How are you? How's it going? Maddie, congrats on being first. Stitching Geek's like, wait, what? What the fuck? What? What do you mean? Hi, Laura. Hi, Hoolery Schmoolery. Stitching, congrats on being second today. Hi, Threevis. How are you, man? Brother Steve, it's good to see you. I wrote you a thank you note. First of all, F you. Oh, first, fuck you all. Oh, jeez. That's aggressive. Hi, Sharn. He is adorable. Yeah. Your family seems to make nice-looking babies. That's for sure. Do I get a bigger box or any box? Actually, so you legitimately, Amy Jo, get the biggest box that I've ever had to send to Europe. It's a big one. Hi, Emily. Emily's got 3 boxes going to her house, and that's not a lie. It's early. It's horrible. I'm sorry. It's early. It's not my fault, but you go back to normal time sometime soon. Hey, Charles. Charles, welcome. Thanks for being 28th on the stream today. It's Deemer's birthday? Yo, I didn't know it was Dan Deemer's birthday. What's Dan up to right now? I do, yeah, the printer's running back there. It's grumpy. It just turned off, though. Hi, Water Pop. Still have a hard time redeeming the last. We should have that. We should have that as an option here. I'm excited since I don't have stop. Yeah, me too. I'm really excited for this today. Hi, Emily. Tessa Morningstar. Yeah, fuck yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, so I think Kelly said there's like 130 that are out right now. My wife and I have built another 80, but we're waiting right now on a shipment for some 3-inch boxes. So we have 2-inch boxes right now. We need 3-inch tall boxes. So they're supposed to be here like right now, but we're just like actively waiting for them to show up. That we do, despite Deemer and I, we do make cute kids. I don't know about that. Hey, Jack Azolo, think you can miss my Slack messages to you. Now, Jack Azolo, have we been posting things to the internet yet? Hi, E-Shirt. Bearded. Jack Azolo's in the Swiss Alps this week. No exaggeration. Skiing. So please come home safely, because there's a lot of things I don't want to have to post to the internet. Next week is earlier? Oh, yeah, that's gross. 3 inches. Yeah, 3 inches is quite a bit. Water Pop, yeah, because you get like 4, yours has to be in a 3-inch box. Hi, Dan Deemer. Congratulations on having a birthday. That's amazing. Guys, can you give a warm congratulations of being old to Dan Deemer? 143, yeah, and then there's another 80. Man, they take forever, but it's worth it. It's really worth it. Hey, Tuttle. Hi, Dana. Look, the man of the hour. Hi, Silent Spoons. How's it going? Yeah, Mr. Al, we're not going to give you a notification, actually. No, because you don't answer our messages, you fuddy-duddy.
I'm Tony Wheeler.
I don't need to answer messages.
Guy. Hey, you want to learn to draw? It's me, Tony.
Hi, Katie Bear.
Hey,
yeah, Spicy, you do. You do. You'll get it soon.
Tony.
Hi, Catherine.
We're gonna draw today.
There's multiple Catherines today.
You got
Hi,
your
Catherine.
characters ready.
Katie, how's it going? Thank you. Hey, Pablo, what's going on with you? His hand will be so cramped that thank you will just be scribbles, pretty much. Hey, Roz. Pretty much. D, what's going on? D, how was Katie's stream? I anticipate tomorrow. Need Ivan to finish. Yeah, I figured. I saw that in the message. It's not the size of the box, it's the skill of the post officer. I would not mind being a classic old school postman in a small town who has to walk from door to door to door. I really wouldn't mind that. I really wouldn't. How is everybody? Happy Tuesday. Raiders, I appreciate you coming in. I'm Anthony. I draw stuff for a living. Today we are doing our Draw This in Our Style challenge with Silent Spewns art. I'm going to make the art a little bit bigger when I start to draw. This is going to be a 1-week challenge. You're going to have an entire week to make a sexy demon babe. You can kind of look at this any way that you want. You can draw this sexy demon babe specifically and exactly. You can take one element of this and do your thing over it. You can trace it. You can color crayon it. You can do all sorts of different stuff. The idea is that we take a fine member of this community and we draw something cool. And today I wanted to draw sexy demon babes. Silent Spewns is here today. If you go to the Discord, which I should probably show you, I should have probably had it ready, so there isn't this unnatural silence that we're dealing with right now. But this is the Discord. We started a brand new Discord channel for this. It's up at the top by my little smoky guy here. So it's called DYI or DYTI. You get it. Who fucking cares? But it's right there. The art is in there, so you can have a really good look at it. Silent Spewn socials, Ko-fi, all of that stuff is in there. And yeah. And if you like what you see, I think Silent is still taking commissions. Mr. Salt, how are you? I'm not paying child support for the stream, baby. Me neither. How was go-karting yesterday, man? Mr. Salt was on a grand adventure halfway across the country, actually most of the way across the country, to go go-karting with work people. Thank you, man. I'm honored. I appreciate the 9 months. How's it going? Katie, what was your stream today? You get it. Who fucking cares? The vibe. Yeah. I could say anything, but just like everyone's like, whatever. Let's just get to the art, you know? Hey, Eric, what's up, man? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Guys, thank you again for all the love today. I'm going to sign these really quick. These are the Chaotic Draw Along prints. There's 70 of these. There's going to be extra at the launch. But yeah. Oh, did you see the message, Tony? Then why didn't you grace me with your letters? Arranged into a neat, comprehensible sentence. Because I was busy doing other things, Matthew, and I just assumed you would do your job. That's what I would assume. Victorious, thank you for the 21 months. Victorious, I appreciate you. This is how Jack Azzolo and I coordinate and talk and discuss things. DIY, DYTTY, yeah, you guys fucking get it. Dyslexia is a bitch, y'all. Victorious, thank you for the 21 months, says, no better place to push the limits of my creativity and accept the limits of my coiffure? How do I pronounce that word? Thank you, Eric. Speaking of amazing group pics, Eric, I don't want to make you blush, but here, I want to show everybody something that Eric has available in his channel. We're going to get to the action super quick here, guys. I don't have a bigger version of it, so we're just going to have to go with this. This is Eric's crew piece. So this is the stream crew that Eric gets to chill with, gets the honor to hang out with, and all sorts of amazing creations that have been asked for, paid for in this last chunk of time. Let's see if we can find a bigger version of it. Sharon says, seeing as Victorious is here, can we look at their final? Absolutely. That'd be a really good idea. Yeah, you can see it up. Lizzie. Lizzie, what was the 204 Lizzie bits all about? Why are you throwing fingers up at us? How cool is this? Oh, my computer is freaking out right now. Can't see. I can't move. Hold on. Oh no. How great is that? Hey, Grumpy. Gay Club, thank you for the 204 Grumpy Lizzie bits. I appreciate you. I missed a bunch of comments, so we'll come back to it here in a second here. I'll take a shitty Google link any day. So this is a massive print that Eric has available in his online shop. And, I mean, the depths of the cartooning on this thing is just fucking unreal. Unreal. That link is very clickable, by the way. That is a link, exactly. You probably deserve it. I didn't deserve nothing, not today. Actually, I do. Actually, I do. Just wanted to agree with the language of my people, which is just double birds. Now, I don't know if Katie is still here. Katie got her chaotic draw along prompt cards yesterday, 2 days ago. I appreciate you again, Katie. If you guys are unfamiliar with Katie's work, I'm going to show you her online shop. This website is super rad. You can check out just a big portfolio of all of her stuff, socials, Patreon, stuff like that. But here's her shop. Sparrow, thanks for throwing your Uggs at Eric. Yeah, Laura, that's awesome. I will absolutely go in and go show last couple of draw-alongs off. Heck yeah. We have plenty of time today, too. Yeah, so these are all available on Katie's online site. I'll put the link in chat for everybody. Again, I'm super grateful that she would want to raid my disaster here. You spent 3 months on that? Hunt Showdown is a game that I love to watch, but I am scared to play it, especially late at night. So these are all big paintings. Well, this is a print, but you get the idea. I want this demon's haircut. We could arrange that. I would like it too. I would just like to have hair. Hi, Weekend. So, Jack Izzolo, have you had any injuries while you're on your skiing vacation? Or has everything been good? Okay, look at that. That's beautiful. Hi, Vic. Again, I'll put this link in chat for everybody. Katie, thank you again for rating and supporting and all that stuff. Hi, Kotex. How are you? Again, just what a world that I live in that I can just boldly yell, "Hey, Kotex." Is it dumpster fire yet? We all come back day after day. Yeah, me too. It's a little weird that I come back to it as well. You know what I mean? All right, I'm going to sign these super fast because then, hi, Lady Liz, because then I have to put them into boxes to send them to places. I was really pleased with how this came out, and I did this digital, but it probably took me, I don't know, we could go look at the Procreate file and see how long. There was a couple of big things that I learned. Hi, Cortland. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for the 16 months. There was a couple of things that I figured out. I labor over my watercolor style, making sure there's all that gorgeous watercolor texture, putting down those paths of white to then use my clipping masks so everything looks just perfect and watercolory. For print at 8x10, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The resolution of my printer is wild. It's a really great printer. But it doesn't matter. For digital things, it's the style that I love and it works perfectly. But for print, and if I was only going to put something in print, I would be better off, and I'll explain what I'm talking about here. Like, I would be better off just using a flat path of color on the like here, the orange on the mermaid, and then using watercolor brushes to layer over top. And then I would still use my clipping mask technique, but I would start with my base layer. And ultimately, it wouldn't save me a ton of time, but it'd still be a very easy process. It'd probably slim like 20, 30 layers out of the deal, which wouldn't be bad. I wouldn't fight with. So these are going to be available in the shop here at some point. But yeah, there's 70 of these going out right now. So let's put this right here because that's what I'm going to start doodling in. I need food before drawing. Brain is no good. I feel you on that. Hi, Patty. Yeah, Patty, I would like to have hair. That would be a delightful thing. Kotek, things are good. So we're going to do a Draw This in Your Style challenge today. But I'm going to catch up on a couple of chaotic draw-alongs that came in after the live stream stopped. If you guys remember, we ended right here. Oh, my God. How many are there? We ended here with Dumpies. Dump Truck Davies put hers in. Hey, Angst. It's just really good. It's super fuzzy and gorgeous. Hugh, oh my gosh, redid a little bit. You redid a lot of it. So if you guys don't remember, the prompt was a mysterious Mothman. Jeez, look at this, Hugh. Holy crap, look at all the color on that. One of those is mine. One of those is yours. One of those is yours. Cortland and Victorious, Salt, Polly, thank you guys again for the resubs. Again, I really appreciate it. It's a lot of support. It's a lot of support. Hugh, that's great. Here's Nicole's update. Texture. So much good texture. Lizzie, what are you doing today? It looks delightful, my friend. I'm excited. Thank you. Yeah. Yours is already all packed up. My wife got it all boxed up and everything, so it is ready to roll. I love the line work on this. Again, Nicole's really well known for super bright, vibrant colors, and this absolutely has it, but there's like a really great storytelling, subdued nature to this. I'm into it. It's not weird you come back. You get paid to be insulted. Sometimes. Sometimes I do. Not all the time. Sometimes I just get insulted and people are like, I'm going to unsubscribe. And I'm like, oh, Jesus, that's mean. Nicole, it's beautiful. Here's Victorious's. God dang, man. Again, we talked about this one a ton yesterday as it relates to value. So light to dark and all the gray values in between. This is really gorgeously textured. I love the way that you've got the light bouncing. Really good. Angst, I appreciate that. Yeah, Gemini, I'm gonna get started. Guys, you can get started too. We'll talk about the rules and everything. Exclamation point DTIYS. Oh, I'm never gonna be able to say it. Is going to get you a link to all the info that you need. Yeah, Victorious. Sharon, thanks for pointing this out. Hey, Nicole. Emily, have a good one. Yeah, so no, genuinely, man, like outside of our friendship and hanging out and talking all the time, I really thought it was great. And the line work felt really intentional on it, and I really like the white brightness of it all. It's one of those pieces, like if you colored in the Mothman, Mr. Salt, I feel like it would do really great, but is it just white? Completely works. Maximum oneness with the 1 bits, the 2 bits, and potentially the 3 bits someday, somehow. Victorious. She gives me a 4 bits instead, just to... Nice work, dude. Nice work. Here's Laura's. So you guys, we looked at this the other day, just this gorgeous, hey, sniping. DTF is not a command here. Yo, is LFB back? LFB, hi. Hi. So this is Laura's, again, this was our prompt from this last weekend. Hi, Jolene. And then here's the Mothman. Laura was telling about this gorgeous yellow and pink moth, which I think I remember exactly what you said it was, like a lemonade moth, like something like that. Maximum, thank you. Yeah, Victorious, really, honestly, dude, great work. LFB, welcome back. How was your vacation, guys? Alyssa Bailey was in Hawaii for this last week. Just loving the humidity. Are we drawing thick chicks? We are drawing thick chicks. Yep, absolutely. You can get started whenever you want. The reference is both here and also in the Draw This in Your Style channel on the Discord. This is really beautiful. I just need you to know that, Laura. And then here's the update. Symmetrical, benefited from strong angles, directing your, yep. Oh, man. The little details coming off of the ears, too. The way that those angles look. It's a rosy maple moth. Okay. So many puberties already in Discord, yeah. Oh, no. Been hiding these a very talented artist. Finishing up exam. Yeah, absolutely. Jack Azzola, let's start recruiting more draw-longers. Again, Victorious, this is great. Again, I really love the way that the ears look. Toxic, welcome to the stream. You have found the perfect place. Thanks for the follow. All right, let's get to the hot butter reaction today. So again, the whole idea of this stream is to draw this in your style. As you guys know, I've been on a journey recently to try to get better at figure drawing. That's going to be our activity for the first hour and a half of the stream tomorrow. Hi, Lindsay. But also, I really want to try to figure out how to cartoon sexy demon babes. And I don't have a great style for it. So we kind of bullied, internet bullied in a nice way, Silent Spoons to providing this art. And we're going to do this challenge. The challenge is going to last for a week. So you have as much unlimited, well, not unlimited, you have a week, MFers, to be included on next Tuesday's showcase. Take it slow, make it fast, I don't know. But just make your version of this. Now, some people get hung up on a draw this in your style challenge, that it has to look exactly like the original creation. Some people say, can I do it in black and white? Or can I do it with color crayons? You can kind of do whatever you want. The idea is to take sort of the base of this as your inspiration and then draw and create and make and then share it to the internet. Now, I hope if this turns out really well that we'll be able to do this maybe once every few weeks or a month with a different community member. We can maybe choose people at random. Maybe there's a channel point redeem. Not totally sure. But the whole goal, beyond just the fun activity and the camaraderie of this whole thing, is also posting yourself to social media, being a part of like a bigger frame of people, but also exposing Silent Spoons, who goes by Cute Tough Art on social media, to more people. And again, what a great way to like help a community really thrive than make a piece of art based on one of our favorite members of the community, and then sharing and resharing and all that sort of stuff. I'm blubbering on. You guys get it. Hi, Shady. So this is what I'm going to be drawing. I'll make the thing a little bit bigger here. Yeah, bullied and begged. I did beg. I will pop through kind of quickly through all of these, kind of just showing sort of what's in there. But again, the full kind of finished showcase will be next Tuesday. So just kind of keep that in mind. Take your time or not. You can do whatever you want. Let's go make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to read LFB's message here. Just drawing any kind of sexy demon babe. I'll be your babe any day. So you can draw basically your version of Silent Spoons and maybe take a little bit of the pose or maybe a little bit of the hair flow. I'm going to kind of render mine really dang close to this one because I want to get good at the shape. Perfect trip, she says. Sprinkled my brother's ashes in the ocean. Caught some waves, soaked up family and son. No time to draw. You don't need it. You earned that vacation, my friend. Especially with everything else going on in your life. Well, glad to have you back. Did I miss another person who just came in? Toxic, thank you again. Shady, hi. Hello. And I'll pop back through the Discord. So if you want to use it as like a work in progress thread, go for it. But again, we're going to be posting to that hashtag DTIYS. I said it right. What's up, E-shirt? Get my son to draw. I'm prepared to answer. Who is that, though? It's your mom, but sunburned. Definitely not my mother. Here, let's make this a little bit bigger. Shrink this down a little bit right there. Here we go. I was trying to get a new overlay for everybody today, but I'll be honest with you, it didn't work. I just didn't have time to do it. So maybe we'll cook up this overlay here sometime soon. But the concept is a bunch of computer monitors, kind of all put together with all sorts of stuff, and then I would go down in the bottom where the garden gnome is, and then the art would obviously go where it says art. And then it would have a rotating draw this in your style and also have the hashtags and the @ sign for Silent Spoons and Cute Tough Art and all that sort of stuff flowing through up there. But I just wasn't able to pull it together. I've been shipping and making prints the entire day, and it's been a lot. It's been a lot. Shape languages, bada boo. Maddie, hi. I didn't miss you. Drawing a sexy demon babe is marvelous. Yeah, and I think LFB, you're going to kill this one. Big lurker you got here. Well, Toxic, I appreciate it. I will take any and all lurks. Lurkers really help make up kind of this entire stream. And I know it seems a little silly to say, but like just the more people that are here that have the stream on in the background, honestly just helps me get noticed more on Twitch. And that's a super selfish thing to say. But yeah, I appreciate it. I don't know. Yeah, I'll pop in a couple of minutes here on the entries. Now, I would happily consider doing this as a giveaway, but this is this is my favorite overlay. I bet it is. Can you include a tentacle on yours, Garg? Hi, Jay So Fluffy. What's up, man? Too bad you didn't use the ref with your face and her crotch. Huh. I could have done that, Kelly. Maybe we should get that worked out for tomorrow. Gemini, are you good? So again, this is a Chaotic Draw Along doodle book. These are going to be available at chaoticdrawalong.com in just a little over a week. I'm just going to kind of warm up here. So what I'm noticing just from how Silent Spewns kind of work this. So we've got the center part for the chest. That's typically where I start, right? We talk about that all the time. I'm just gonna kind of put like a little bit of a curve line just in between sort of everything, kind of right here in the middle. I'm gonna try to figure out where I think the collarbone's gonna sit. Maybe put a line for the bottom of the boobs. The next thing I generally move over to is the midsection. And again, one of the things that I love about Silent Spewns' style when he draws women is I just love how curvy and round everything is. It's just super voluminous and sexy. I just personally really love it. So I was really excited to take this. So here we've got kind of where the belly button is going to sit right there. And then I'm going to think a lot about sort of how the hips are going to push out this way. It looks like on this one that we've got symmetry kind of here and here. And then things probably start to go more like this, maybe a little bit. We'll probably get a nice S curve here. Now I don't anticipate I think I'm going to probably sketch this in this notebook here for a little bit, and then move over to one of these. I don't know if I'm going to try to finish mine today, but because we have a week or whatever, I'm just really just going to enjoy the process. I might take a break a little bit later to work on some watercolor stuff for the draw along. But yeah. Now, every couple of days, at a minimum, we'll pop into the Discord and we'll try to share sort of the work in progresses or maybe even the finished pieces. And then ultimately, when we do our showcase for this next week, next Tuesday at 5 Eastern, we're going to focus just much more on the finished pieces. And so I'll have Kelly go back through and tag all the ones that she thinks are the finished versions. And again, finished version for somebody could honestly just be a stick figure. It's totally cool. But we'll share kind of the most updated or the most finished version. That way we can keep that showcase, kind of moving at a nice pace here. All right. And again, tomorrow is our figure drawing session. And so we're going to have 6 different poses, 6 to 8 minutes a pose. There's going to be kind of 2 skinny poses, 2 poses with male and female humans clothed that have a little bit more meat on their bones, and then 2 dynamic poses that will make all of you say, fuck you, Anthony, for giving us this challenge. All right, so just kind of looking at the reference here, just thinking about like what I can make bigger, what I should make smaller. I know there's probably some jokes there, but yeah. Now, typically when I start working on something like this, I'm not super loose, I guess is what I want to say. Is I don't really see the big picture. I just kind of see the basic of what I'm trying to make. How do I word that better? What I see when I'm doing something like this is each individual part on their own. I'm not looking at it in terms of the flow of the thing. And that's why I need to be able to do these things 2 or 3 times and easily, maybe even more. Now the head on this thing is a little bit bigger. We've got a 3/4 pose on the head. The eye line is relatively straight across. We got a little nose right there. Got a little mouth right there. We've got a big cheek, kind of flows back down. The hand is behind the hair, so I'm going to have to be smart about that shape right there. Got the horns. And then we got the flow. Cool. So if I had to evaluate where this is at right now, I would just say it feels clunky, like where mine is going. I think I got mine sent to the wrong address. Oh, you did? Did you get... Jay, when did you get the notification? I'm the company that is shipping the Kickstarter. Jay, let's shoot me a message of what the address is supposed to be, or send like a Discord to Kelly and I so we can get it adjusted. If it's not gone out yet, my wife just took all those boxes. If it's not gone out yet, I can do a refund on the label and then reissue it. But we'll get it figured out, Fluff. Everyone got really, really quiet for a minute or two. Had to send your Twitch page to my friend too. Toxic, I appreciate that. That rocks. Toxic, what kind of creative stuff do you like to do? All right. This isn't it. This isn't it. It's way too shrugged up. There's something just missing here. So what we can start to do is the process where we whittle away at things. So let's flip the page. I'm gonna try to do it one more time, but I'm gonna do it. Actually, I'm gonna try to do it a few more times, but I'm gonna keep it relatively small, and I'm gonna try to move it really quick. Sometimes I have to lock a pose into my brain and try to just put it there. You know, for me, art is all about flow and momentum. And if I lose any of that flow, it's game over. Game over. I'm going to rotate the direction of this here. Ultimately, Jay, the biggest thing is, man, don't worry about it. Like, as long as we have a new updated address, we'll get it all figured out. If that box gets sent back to me, I can easily just reissue it. If it gets lost or stuck at your old place, we can deal with all that too. I don't want you to worry about it, though. All right. There's a little bit of a better flow there. Can you hear me thinking right now? Again, I always like to start with the chest, move down to the stomach, then the pelvis, then the legs, then the arms, and then the head. I'm able to get the best amount of balance out of the deal. Yeah, the biggest thing I don't want to do on this entire thing is just make it feel like it's just tight. And I know that seems kind of like a dumb comment, but I know that you can recognize that too. Like sometimes your artwork just feels like it's a little bit too stiff. Again, if I keep saying tight and stiff too much, like everyone's just gonna make fun of me. But that's kind of the reality. Cool. Don't show my artwork to people. Okay, don't worry about it, Toxic. I definitely won't. I always try to ask for permission before I share anything. Oh, Jason Flevy. Okay. I know I did send yours though, but Jade, would you have, like, when you filled out your survey a month ago, would you have given me your updated address? It goes out via USPS. Hi, Fred. Fred's got 2 of these. Thank God. Thank God. Host a draw. What's up, Greenbag? I am hosting a Draw This in Your Style. And I do wonder why people get quiet. I do wonder. It gets really tricky. Yeah, Eric, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm in that danger tricky zone. It's not been fun. Hi, Amber. Is the smoke from the overlay from your ears? Yeah, after looking at this piece. Uh-huh. More. Yeah, Kelly said earlier that there's been 140 packages gone out. There's 80 more that's built, and then there's obviously a few more after that. We had like about 30 people that have not filled out their Kickstarter surveys yet. I've not been hounding those people too much yet because I'm happy to get all the other stuff done at the same time. Again, I'm just gonna kind of keep drawing this. I know it might not make for the best live stream, but I need to get all these poses in my brain the way that I want to. And so the struggle is going to be real, but it's not going to be bad. Like, I'm not going to complain too much about the struggle. I'm going to put that head on there. Now, if I look at the head, basically the overall, including the hair, is kind of like a 1-to-1 between that and the upper body, or kind of like into this point. I really love that Spoons gave us kind of a straight on, sort of deal. Hi, Peaches. How's it going? Peaches and Pancakes. Hi. But also, thank you for the 50 bits. But also, hi. We're drawing sexy demon babes. How do you feel about that? Do you have capacity to draw a sexy demon babe? This is a Draw This in Your Style from our buddy Spoons. All right. Let's really push this out. There's still just a general kind of stiffness here that just isn't totally working. So I'm going to try to make this up here a little bit more pronounced. And yes, I put in my new address. Then you're good. Then you're super good, dude. And you should probably get it in like 2 or 3 days. Sometimes you need it nice and stiff. I say so much weird perverted shit around here that it's no wonder that I can't just have an honest conversation about sexy demon babes, Swipe the hips out? Yeah, I think you're right, Kelly. Let's just do a pass where it's just super elongated. I'm getting closer. I think, again, if I can get this to be nice and parallel, and then maybe I can also do that same parallel here, or we can do a pass where we push this hip out and this hip is down a little bit lower. I think I'm going to be kind of cool to try to flow into the artboard. That pose has never been easy for me. That shoulder, arm, hand up here kind of thing. I update every morning around 8 a.m. with a new label from the day before. Yeah, so Kelly's been going into Kickstarter and updating everyone's statuses if their packages have been shipped. But you also get an email directly from me, and from a thing called ShipStation. So that's how you'll know. And again, if you haven't gotten it yet, we're chugging. We're just kind of cruising through everything that we got. Cool. All right. I'm going to pop into the Discord here really quick and take a look and see what everyone's done. But again, this is kind of the fun thing. I feel like this is probably more in line with Spoon's proportions. Obviously, these are languishing quite a bit. There's something kind of interesting on this one. I feel like turning it for me really helped. But I don't totally know. I also kind of move the hips enough where I don't know if it's totally there. So this one's probably the best out of the 3. This one I think is interesting, but there's the head's not right. The body's okay, but the head is just not right. We'll get there, though. We will get there. Let me know stuff is shipped, so I'm not hounding you, just reminding. Just whenever you get the time. Yep, 100%, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I just want to get that extra sketch in that notebook for you. I do indeed have the capacity when I'm not about to drive. You have a whole week. You have a whole week. All right, so I'm going to take a quick mental break. Let me show you guys Silent Spewin's artwork from his Instagram. So on Instagram, he goes by Cute Tough Art. Exclamation point DTIYS will get you links and all of that sort of stuff. Yeah, but this is just a smattering more of the dude's stuff. Hi, Allison. The smell of the cards. Amy Jo, you should cosplay. You should cosplay as this. That could be a lot of fun for people who get to see it. There's no way I can unawkward that. Allison, hi. I was deep breathing them. Here's more sexy demon babes, by the way. Damn. $16 months. It's a lot of months. Appreciate that. Hi, Dirk. What's the status of the CDA Kickstarter? Dirk, 140 packages have gone out. Everything else is going out tonight and tomorrow. How's it going? Yeah, it's shipping. Yeah, I overstated what Amy just simply said. It's shipping. How's it going? Imagine Anthony playing Fortnite, chugging a splash while the kids are busy packing boxes. Pretty much. So yeah, exclamation point DTIYS will get you links all back to this stuff. You can take a look at that. Let's go into the Discord and see what people have already submitted. Jesus Christ. Jade just tipped $1. I think the overall message of that was, damn! But I think the robot got a little confused. It just gave up. Hey, Mud. It did. Is that Janelle? Did Janelle do that? All right, let's look at the first couple of things here. Again, we're going to be showing all the finished versions off next Tuesday, 5 Eastern. Was that Janelle? Damn! I don't know. It did get stuck. It got broken. That was a fail. See if I ever do that again. I think it was the space in between. I think that's what it was. Here's Water Pop. My God, Water Pop. My God. Sexy demon babes all around. Sexy demon babes. God. I love how voluminous the lips are. I love the graphite work on this. I wonder if you could put a beef boss anywhere on this. Is that at all possible? I like the robot. I like the way the robot said Water Pop. Again, we'll be doing like a big recap on all of these. Yeah, Amber, it turned out really great. There was, I think, over 100 plus pieces submitted. It was really popular. Well, Dirk, I hope your life gets a little less crazy so you can come hang out on streams. But hopefully a crazy life means things are good. That's Water Pop. Premature drawulation. Uh-oh. Watch out, boys. If you have a little premature drawulation, there's pills for that. This is eShirt Lab. God damn. Allison, let me know what the art teacher thinks of it. We've not had a whole bunch of art teachers take a spin with them yet. But yeah, I do appreciate you saying that the Chaotic Drawline prompt cards smell good. I did absolutely smell them when I got them in the mail. Absolutely. My God, it's sexy. I don't think so. It's April now. Damn it. I second the beef boss. Yep, Sharn, yep. Man, again, this guy does all of this in Vector. This is eShirt Labs. Unreal. Okay, if I cosplay this, I'm making a beef boss mask to wear too. you were creating the thing of nightmares for Sharn. Sharn's like, please no beef bosses. Please no beef bosses. My God, man, this is just gorgeous. This is eShirt Lab. Fuck, I love this challenge so much. Here's Rosmir. Close your eyes if this sort of thing offends you. Open them really big if it doesn't. Ambert, have a good work day. Hi, Elia. Elia, I saw your Instagram today. Much love, my friend. Dear Lord, sir. Dear Lord, sir. Dear Lord, sir. Puberty unlocked, yeah. Dear Lord. My God. Stacked my dude, yeah. What's this one? Oh my God. Set her, pose her hand a little bit differently, less straps. And then here is the side by side. My God, the attention to detail on this. Including writing and crocheting. I hear you, Dirk. You know what? I think, and I've had this conversation with a few folks. It's that whole concept of the seasons of our lives, right? Like this season can just be your season to crochet and write. And I think that's totally valid. And maybe in a couple of seasons from now, maybe it'll be time to draw. There's not always room for everything in your brain. My God, man. Some sort of routine for a cold shower. Unreal. We'll continue to share all of these. Here's Hoolery Schmooleries. Oh my God. Hoolery, this is rad. Hoolery, I don't know if you follow Adam Archer. Adam Archer is he's a California illustrator. He's his significant other is this awesome inker artist, Sandra Hope. But this reminds me of his style. It's just super well inked and like voluminous. Whew, this is great. Adam Archer's got a Kickstarter right now for a Kidlit book, and that's who this reminds me of. Spoons, are you losing your mind over this? Kat did such a good job. Again, I will be showing off all the finished final pieces. And again, we can consider this a final or just any rough draft a final if that's how you want to do it. But we'll be doing a full showcase for this next Tuesday. So just keep that in mind. I don't want people to feel like I'm going too fast or anything like this when I'm showing these. But heck yeah. Here's Lely's whip. I love that you rotated the pose. Again, it kind of feels like you're unlocking something there. And I love how just massive the hair is. Let me turn this thing off so you guys can see it. I'll put this all back up on the screen here in a second. Good. And again, I think you did a really nice job in terms of the parallel on the collarbone to the bottom of the boobs and then shifting the hips back in that other direction. Addie and Daddy, who resubbed earlier today, had a term for that a couple of weeks ago, but I've forgotten what the term is called. Whoops. So yeah, we'll pop back in here in a little bit. Just continue to put your stuff in there. Oops, let's put that back up. Yeah, I'm going to flip the page. Jesse, I just saw your sketch. We'll go back in here in a second. Again, this is it's going to feel a little salesy here for a bit, and I apologize. But these are the Chaotic Draw Along Doodle books. 60 pages on the inside. We told everybody they were going to be 48, but we figured out a way to get 60 pages front and back. So yeah, I'm super happy with it. So those will go live. You get a 2-pack of those. I'm going to try to work on the face here a little bit. I'm going to start on this side. Again, I feel like the face is probably one of the things that I can do a little bit easier than the rest of the components. I'm being really vulnerable here. It's kind of scary. I kind of stink though when it comes to making the eye style consistent. It's just not easy for whatever reason. It's just not easy for me. Like if I had to say like who some of the influential people are for me when it comes to me wanting to draw female characters, Obviously, Silent Spoons, Princess PJs, Bruce Timm is another one. The guy who draws Mandy. People like that. Like, I want to be able to do like really, really cute, but still sexy at the same time. And I want it to fit in with the rest of like my male characters that have the really kind of chiseled jaws and the ridiculous cheekbones and stuff like that. I can talk here in a quick second too, just sort of how I'm breaking down all of these shapes and trying to figure out the landmarks and everything. But Spoon would probably be a more authoritative person on that. Now he's cutting the cheek and the chin really close to the lips in his sketch. And again, we're observing the head as a three-dimensional sphere. So sometimes we get trapped by putting the hair directly attached to the top of the head, but we have to think about not only how would the horns connect, but how would the hair sort of fold down the forehead. Now I have a 12 head, but how the hair would sort of follow back over the form of this. So I'm going to look at sort of this as where the first horn is, the broken one. I'm just going to draw that as an open cylinder. I'm going to draw the other one over here. One of the best lessons that I ever got, this is before Jake and I became friends. I ran into him at a Comic-Con and asked for his advice on my artwork way back when. And I showed him this Hellboy Batman piece that I was so incredibly proud of. And he had some really great kind of feedback on it. One of the big things that he said was, because the horns both were super flat and they just didn't seem to follow the plane of the head, which I'll talk about. And it was one of those lessons that I know he didn't even remember it when we talked about it years later, but it was one of those things that just sat with me, and that I've recounted back to numerous people, and it was one of those kind of creative, altering kind of conversations. So I think we're kind of getting there. I see Lizzie just submitted. Lizzie gave me the double finger salute, top of the stream. Again, Lizzie, I appreciate that. But let's talk about how I'm kind of manipulating this sphere here real quick. First of all, we start with a circle. I'm putting the center line down right here. This is going to be from the center of kind of the Witch's Peak, or the Witch's Peak, what's that called? To kind of the center of the butt chin, right? The next thing that I'm going to do, and I typically do this with either super cartoony characters or kid characters, is I'm going to do kind of a nose line. That nose line is so close to where the eye line is, I generally don't worry about where the eye line's going to fit on this. If it's a character who's really has a much taller face, a Widow's Peak, thank you, Esher, I could not think of it. Maybe I'll structure things a little bit differently, but I have my nose line right here. I know generally on a 3/4 pose, as we're all kind of like looking at this eye level, I know that the ear is relatively going to be between kind of eye and the bottom of the nose. But again, I don't worry too much about that. Next thing I'm going to do is just sort of put in a little line where I think the mouth is going to go. Now this is where we start talking about attaching the horns and all that jazz on there. So you can run these lines, as long as they follow the form of the sphere, you can run them everywhere to try to give you a better idea of like how things are going to connect and how things are going to be equidistant if you want them to be kind of symmetrical. So all I did was just kind of basically look at like, kind of like imagine this is a basketball, like with the lines that all start in one spot and they go kind of all out in the same direction. So we have our eyes. I'm gonna put our eyes kind of right in there. Same thing right there. I'm going to put the nose kind of right in there. I'm going to put the top part kind of in between sort of cheekbone and forehead. I'm going to push the cheek out right here. Now I'm just kind of fleshing out all of the skin bits. Again, that's a fucking creepy way to talk. Skin bits. But more importantly, what I was talking about right here, how this horn connects. Notice how this horn... Nadsdar. Hi. Nadsdar. Thanks for the follow. notice how this horn is kind of right here on this eye. Let's think about this as it follows the form right here. Let's think about this kind of over here equally on this same kind of defining line right there. Makes things a little bit easier. Also, because we know that this is relatively over this eye, this is relatively over this eye. Now, there's a little less of this that we can see from this direction, just because it's over so far, like your head is turned a little bit this way. But that's totally cool. So that can be a little bit smaller. That horn is going to be open a little bit more. This horn is going to be connected like that. The last thing that I'm going to talk about, and this is where we were suggesting how hair doesn't just sit on top of the head. It's actually connected and sort of like it follows the form of the sphere. I'm taking this tuft of hair right here, and I'm pulling it down like this. So then basically this would be connected to the forehead. You can't see it right here because the horn is covering it, but it's still there, right? It's still there. Now, how I would have done this earlier, like previously in a different life, is I wouldn't have even drawn this line. I would have just started the hair up at the top, and I wouldn't have thought about how this follows sort of the sphere itself. So if this is looking at it from the side, basically what I'm trying to get at here is sort of this. Obviously, there's stuff like that, but how this follows over and is connected, like if we were just looking at this from the side. Now, thank you again for the follow. I'm Anthony. It's a pleasure to meet you. We're doing a Draw This in Your Style challenge with our buddy Silent Spoons. This is his art. I am trying to kind of draw my version of it, but I'm also trying to teach myself a little bit more about drawing sexy demon babes, Hi, Nancy. How's it going? How you feeling? How's everybody at home? I know yesterday was a really tough day. That's a silly question to almost ask, right? Like, I can't imagine 24 hours there's anything is any better. So you know what? Don't answer that. What's it like to be an awkward man on the internet? Not great. It's not great. Skin bits. Please don't. We're not talking about skin bits on the channel today. Welcome back to Skin Bits with Anthony Wheeler. Cool. All right. Kind of feel like I'm pleased with this. Ultimately, we've got to figure out a great way to kind of connect all these pieces together. And that's where putting it together is going to be important. I'm going to look at kind of the flow of this here. So this is where her trap muscles would be, kind of this tight part up here. And then I love the thick arms there. Cool. How we feeling? Not witch's pee. Nope. Absolutely not. Hi, Burnaby. So are we just taking this and drawing it the way that we would? That's exactly right, Goosepod. That's exactly right. You have complete and utter free game. You can be inspired by the pose. You can be inspired by the color. You could try to copy it directly. You could do just your version of it, but it could be a gremlin instead. The whole concept of a Draw This in Your Style challenge is to take somebody who influences or inspires you and try to put your own spin on it. But then it's obviously, and we talked about it earlier, it's just a great way to kind of build community and share your work with other people and amplify signals and yada, 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 yada. I like to talk about skid bits, talk about her tight parts. Yeah, I can't. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm gonna go into the Discord here real quick, and then I'm gonna start drawing on this thing. Yeah, so Goosepod, that was the whole reason that I did this, because I can't either. I really struggle drawing women. I do. It just never looks the way that I want in the style that I want to do. And so that's why we're doing this today. Here's Cartoon Jessie. So again, the whole showcase of all the finished art is going to be next Tuesday at 5 Eastern. Jessie, this is adorable. I've not seen this side to your work since we met a couple of weeks ago. This is really cool. I love how both super cute, but also demonically beautiful this is at the same time. and just the really great proportions on this. This is great. I love how you shrunk her top section down a little bit, but really accentuated sort of the hips. It just looks really pretty. Yeah, she a strong woman. Now, who should, I know you like to draw Potterverse characters in your own kind of Potterverse itself. So I wonder what element she would fulfill of the Potterverse. You know what I mean? Like, who would she be? So that's Cartoon Jesse. Jesse streams here on Twitch. Lizzie just gave us a quick sketch. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Strong pose. Lizzie can draw beautiful women. Yeah, I love the details that you've got. Like, you really nailed the details here. And the hips are really popping out. Really, really match the energy on the shoulder, particularly the one that's down. This is great. I just copied Bruce Timm until it clicked. Yeah. Again, one of the things that I would recommend, it's not against the law to copy or trace this. Like, it really isn't. If you use that as your finished art, you have to reference the illustrator and pay homage to that person. But there's no shame in putting this in Procreate or another drawing app or just tracing over it on a screen and tracing it to understand how everything works and then putting that to the side and then redrawing it. No one's going to fight you. Gorgeous. I love how Lizzie really incorporated the her version of the eyes on here. That's pretty. That's super pretty. Here's Lady Liz. Liz is already on the inks. Oh my God. I'm not sure I put her in the Potterverse. Yeah, she kind of maybe would be a better fit like in the Percy Jackson verse, right? Like down in Hades. That's just me thinking about Fortnite, by the way. Yeah, Goosepod, you have a whole week. You have a whole week to participate. We're moving super slow. I'll probably do this for the next hour, and then I'm going to watercolor something different at the end of the stream today. Traced again, figure out the shape. Yep. Yeah, you get it, Mal. Yeah, Liz, this is wonderful. I love how the shape of the horn really kind of matches the curve of the hair too. Looks nice. Two more that we'll look at here briefly. Here's Mal's. Yep, the form is really great. Yeah, I really dig too, like how you do these stubby arms, spoons. They just fit your figures really well. Tracing is a valid way to learn. Yep, 100%. 100%. Again, I think and everyone here knows this because we've talked about it, if you trace over something and you post it on social media, the absolute right thing to do is to give homage to the person who did it. So what you can do is you can say Anthony Wheeler in your signature after Silent Spoons. What that will do is really, really, really tell people that you use some sort of direct element from their work. And then you include that on your Instagram post and stuff like that. Again, as long as you tell people what you do, no one's going to fight you. No one's going to fight you. And if they do, fuck them. You know what I mean? Fuck them. Here's Patty's. Oh, my God. Sexy. I love how you skinned out or made the proportions way skinnier, too. Dang, dude. Super stretched out. Top is way smaller. The hips are still really pushed out. Just the hair, the way the hair flows too. Like you feel the weight on the hair right there. Like how it's just flowing back over. That's rad, man. This is Patty Puss. Good work. Good work. We'll pop back in here in a minute. I'm going to sharpen my pencil. How come I'm skipping every third word in my mouth right now? Am I that broken of a flip-flop of a human? What in the world? What's wrong with me? All right. What is that? What is inside my pencil sharpener? You guys don't need to see this. That's strange. Hope to God there's not a creature inside of my pencil sharpener. This is difficult because it's meant to be sort of screwed down here. Hi, Princess. Princess, I was talking about how you influence a lot of how I want to draw beautiful women. Why do you have my elementary? This was my dad's. It was out in our garage. And I mean, this has probably been in the family for 60 years. It sucks though, because obviously the old man's dead, but which is the worst part. But he would always get his file out and shave these bastards down. And so I need to figure out, I have a file out in the garage. So I need to file these down to make it so I can sharpen these things into the oblivion. These are the best pencil sharpeners, by the way. These are the best ones. All right, let me move that off the table. Cool. Let's do one more tiny little flow piece right here. It's PP time. Guys, get out your PPs in celebration of Princess PJs. Probably not a great way to word things on a family-friendly stream, but... Okay, so I'm not looking at any reference right now. This is just my imagination. Man, the balance here is interesting. I might put the head on first. There's something, I'm pushing everything too far over this way. You have to go back to school tomorrow, or are you on spring break right now, Dirk? Our kids were on last week or 2 weeks ago. It was tough to get back into action. It's been hard. It's actually been a lot hard on the parents too. We've been struggling with our times. Sometimes I draw the frame just a little bit too small. Cool. Yesterday, you can check out the VOD if you want, but yesterday we showed a sneak preview of the new art book. We're about 50, 60 pages in. We've not color corrected or done any of that sort of stuff. We've got quotes back from 3 different vendors, so we're kind of actively preparing a Kickstarter for that. The goal is to get that art book fully designed and then with the printer before we launch any kind of Kickstarter. I really want there to be a quick turnaround on that one. I also want to be able to develop a deluxe version of the draw-along cards to release for Christmas next year, which will not be a Kickstarter, or at least the way that we envision it today. It would just be a thing to go buy from the website or whatever. But yeah, if people have really enjoyed sort of the Kickstarter experience and all the extra communication and being able to see the behind the scenes of everything, we're pretty pumped about it, and we'll be doing a Kickstarter for it in May. I think just realistically looking at my business and looking at kind of how everything's working, we'll probably try to do 1 to 2 Kickstarters a year, and then do pre-orders and things for everything else for the business. We've got our Attack of the Gnomes kind of mini event that's going to be coming up here, hopefully in April, maybe early March. That would be a thing that we would just do online, just a little pre-order, nothing crazy. But something big like an art book where we've hired a graphic design team, Forward's going to help market, strategize, Kelly's working on a ton of stuff for it. That would be a really great project to kickstart. This is probably the best one that I've done, and I've not looked at the reference here at all. So I think with that said, when I move over to the original board here, since when has it been family friendly? Never. Yeah, this one I'm relatively pleased with. The face is still too far over, and so the balance isn't totally great. So what we were going to do there is take Kelly's suggestion. We're going to push the hip way out like this, and we're going to drop that hip. Okay, so this is the way my brain sees something now. So my brain is seeing this, and now it's seeing this. His pastor shows it in his church. Yeah. Again, that was the big observation that I just had. And again, Kelly told me earlier to make the hips a little bit bigger. I had even pointed out this connection when I talked about the very first piece. But something just clicked in terms of the way that the forms were coming together, was shortening the distance between this thing, which is kind of that classic sort of pose. But I think this is how my brain is going to process here. Put those dogs away. And there's no dogs out here right now. No dogs. Tight, stiff, hard on. This is a good draw this in your style. Yeah, so welcome to the stream, everybody. I'm Anthony. I draw stuff for a living. You love a good innuendo. Please follow the channel. Please. I'm hemorrhaging viewers by the day. I wasn't here for the Kickstarter. I'm very grumpy about it. I promise you I will have enough stuff from the Kickstarter, though, that you can get it if you want it, Maddie. I promise. So yeah, there we go. I feel good. Now the Doodle books, when they're available for sale next week, it'll be a 2-pack for $10. I feel really good about the cover. I feel really good about the paper. I think we're going to try to iterate on this design a little bit and do a couple of cool things. We're going to try to find a vendor that's going to help us sew these bindings, which I'm really excited about. But in the meantime, they lay relatively flat. They're super easy to draw with, and they don't stand up at attention, which is one of the hard things about these kind of little notebooks. Is that it's hard to get them to lay relatively flat. Drop it like it's hot. So I drew 3 cards to do drawing in my new Doodle book and picked Fox, Adorable Arsonist. That's amazing. Kelly, where should everybody be posting their Chaotic Draw Along stuff? We have a channel that we've not been using a lot. Kelly, if you're still here, do you think the CDA prompt deck under the stream, do you think that's the right place for everything? Yeah, I think the prompt deck channel would probably be the best place, right? I did finally see it. It took me a little bit. It was really subtle in your original piece, Spoon. That's why it took me a little bit of time. Hi, Emily. Hey, Pixney. Yeah, CDA prompt deck. Yep. Do you plan on doing bigger Doodle books? 100%. 100%. So when Jack Azzolo gets back from Switzerland or wherever he's at, again, we got 1,000 of these. There was 300 that were spoken for. And then I anticipate, selling, hopefully on a regular basis. I want to maintain this size and then have a deluxe size, and that deluxe size would be 6x9. And again, the overall goal is that we would have the normal size, the deluxe, and then we would have a sewn binding. I'd probably have to get a quantity of 5,000 to make it all profitable, or to get the per unit cost. But we would do those both at the same time. I would absolutely. So this is 6x9. This is the art book. I would absolutely keep the same cover. The cover is. I love the cover. The cover just works. So yeah, we would probably put that in production and have those ready for Christmas time. And that would be my big sketchbook release for the year. I don't think I'm going to do a refresh on the Super Awesome Sketchbook unless a really great opportunity hits, or we get just an incredible deal that, we'd be out of our minds. When I launched, again, transparency, when I launched the red version, we had a lot of stuff going on. This is the red version of the sketchbook. I had just a ton of stuff going on in my personal life, and it was really difficult. I didn't do a ton of marketing. We broke even on it, but it took us 2 months to break even on these. And then sales have been good, but they've not been blow the doors off or anything like that. I know you can't even see it either. Again, I'm just not great at marketing here. But I have to think that with Forward on board, and then they're really taking care of the Super Awesome verse, which is all the other stuff outside of the Chaotic Draw Along, that we'll probably be able to sell more of these on a regular basis. We sold 5 or 6. We had 5 or 6 different sales on this in the last week and a half. But if we could get to 10 to 15 on a regular basis, per week, I think it would really justify a refresh. And I have to imagine Kelly's the same way. If we could do it, I'd love to get this book made with this cover on it, and then have a Chaotic Draw Along, widescreen version of it. Same cover stock, but what we would do, I can't show you all of that stuff. But But what we would do is we would do a glue up. We would do a thick board on the bottom, and then we would glue up the linen finish, because the linen finish is fucking great. So, yeah, the Draw This in Your Style goes in the Draw This in Your Style channel. And then if you're going to be doing chaotic draw along prompts from the deck, put them in our CDA prompt deck channel. And then that way we can grab those and share them and show them and do all sorts of stuff. That would be rad. Give me one away. Stream goal, but I just realized it comes in my stream. Ordered, except for Maddie. But then Maddie can win it. Yeah, Hoolery, I have you 100% taken care of. I have everything. I actually have your survey. Your survey totally worked. And yeah, so I have you in there. We have you in ShipStation. No fear. You're going to be getting yours here pretty quick. And we can move things around too. We can move things around. Home, gonna shove food in my face and then draw. Hold on to your butts. Guys, hold on to your butts. Peaches and Pancakes is gonna draw with us today. I'm paranoid. No, don't worry about it. I got you. I totally got you. If you could see my downstairs shipping room, I actually have a Post-it note because I didn't know if I was going to have your survey and all that. I have a Post-it note on my printer, my little thermal printer that says "Ship to Hoolery Schmoolery." How do you draw while holding on to your butt? LFB, if there's anybody that can do that, it's going to be you. It's 100% going to be you. All right. I'm gonna put down the rough form. Again, I'm gonna probably do this for the next 45 minutes, and then I'm gonna paint CDA stuff here. We don't need to see your downstairs, sir. I know. All right, let's start with the top part, chest. There's the center line. Let's make sure that we really incorporate the parallel. Let's get our little tiny waist put down. Let's then get the hunch for the other part moving over here. Let's get that big hip. There's a little pelvis shape. I'm gonna put this part right there. I'm gonna put that part right there. I'm gonna put one right there, one right there. I feel like we can go a little bit more bold on this. Shoulder. That hip is going to pop out a little bit further. This arm is going to go up here a little bit. I drew too high. Too big. We're going to miss too much detail. Hi, Lydia.
All hail the Pickle King.
This is the first time I don't have to talk in 2 hours.
All hail the Pickle King. Yeah.
All hail the Pickle King.
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 Pickle King.
All hail the Pickle King.
All hail the what? Oh, the Pickle King. Gross.
All hail the Pickle King.
It's the whispers in the background on that song get me every time. Sorry if not allowed. Everything's allowed, Snipin'. Everything is allowed. Bossy, thank you for that. Also, Bossy, hi. Also, thank you for the 10 gifted subs and then the microphone drop yesterday when you had to go to a meeting. That was really nice. Hi, Easel. Easel, congrats on the 3-year anniversary. How are you? How's it going? Easel is celebrating her 3-year streamiversary today. Hi, Fran. Hi, Fran. All right, so I have my rough draft down. Scribbles. Hey, JD. I got scribbles everywhere, right? Now what I'm going to go back in and start shaping everything the way that I want. Yeah, happy anniversary. Kelly, thanks for pointing that out today, too. I appreciate it. I won art? Oh, my God. I wish I could have been there. We were shipping all day. I wanted to be on her stream and hang out. Thank you so much. Overwhelmed by today. Everyone is insanely kind. Oh, that's awesome. You deserve it, my friend. You really, really, really deserve it. You're one of the best. Okay, so I am going to make the bosom a little bit bigger here. I'm going to push this up a little bit further. Taking note kind of the way the proportions that Spune did this, just so I can kind of play in that same world. I love his sketch so much. Well, Easel, I hope you have a really awesome game night. Again, congrats on all your success. You deserve it. Holden just walked in the house. Holden's 15. He walked in and goes, "Yo, what up, dog?" to the 7-year-old. Oh, sweet summer child. I didn't push this over as far as I probably wanted to, so I might put something like this over here. What if we brainstorm something really quick? So again, I would like to do this, draw this in your style every so often. There's some styles that I naturally gravitate to. There's some styles that I find very difficult. I have contemplated making this a channel point redeem, and in doing that, it could be really great. It could also be really chaotic. I would be potentially nervous that I wouldn't have a chance to sort of vet the art or something like that. We could do we could do this maybe in a different way where we create a list of people and we reach out to a list of people and try to schedule. But I think that this would be a really fun activity to do on a regular basis. I don't know if that's every couple of weeks or once a month or maybe once every 3 months. But I think there's a lot to learn by absorbing the skill and the talent of other people. Selfishly, because I don't draw a lot of sexy women, I just wouldn't mind if it was we just draw sexy women for a couple of months. I know some of you just aren't into that. And then I understand. Maybe I don't understand that, but you know what? It's okay. Okay. I'm going to take a step back from this, and by stepping, meaning I'm just going to scoot way back in my chair so I'm tiny in my little overlay. And I'm just going to kind of see, like, is this flowing the way that I want? I really like how skinny the torso is. This is kind of the sculpting phase of this. A lot of times I like to draw the combination of a really small chest with really big thighs. This is different. Maybe there's a little bit more pop right there. Maybe there's a little bit more to shave off right there. I'm going to go back into the Discord here in a minute too. Again, I'm trying to think about how this pops up this way, so let's erase here. Yeah, Easel, you rock. I'm stoked for you. 3 years is not easy on this thing. 3 years of showing up to a thing is difficult. And especially high energy, talking to everybody, giving everybody their love. You don't do an easy thing, Easel. And you paint at the same time. Oh my God, did you guys see yesterday? Like I think Roz brought up Pirate Software the very first time. And I know Valley's talked about him too. Did you guys see yesterday that Pirate Software had 108 level hype train? Anybody else see any of that? I feel like there's just something kind of missing here. I'm gonna widen this out. We've had, what's our record? Like a level 11, a 12 maybe? Don't quote me on this, but he had 800,000 bits. something like 60,000 or 30 to 60,000 subs. And that, who knows what people did for like donations. I added up just the bits and the subs, and he earned $200,000 an hour 11 of his live stream yesterday. Wild, right? Just absolutely wild. Now, people, I've never watched one of his streams, but people really like him and say he's one of the good ones, and so I have to just assume all the best, right? And I saw too, like he had something, a chunk of that went over to his mods. So there was a mod appreciation element to it, which was pretty great. Yeah, I'm kind of missing a little bit right here. There's something up here feels all right, but there's something right there just isn't right yet. I'm gonna look at his reference. It's the way that this kind of pops down, and I keep trying to baby that. Let's just do that instead. Again, I'm not going to ink mine today. The challenge is it lasts for an entire week. This boob needs to be a little bit bigger. I'm gonna put the neck kind of in there. It's cool too. Like there'd be just no way to even be jealous of a guy like that. Like to build a thing where people are so enthusiastic from a community to do stuff like that. All you can do is just be like, "Good job, dude." Like clearly he does so much for the community that people are just so into it. Feels, I don't know, there's something weird. It doesn't have the softness. Maybe I need to start putting in the details here. Why was he getting such a big hype train? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't follow him. I've seen some of his stuff, but I don't know. Donations don't count. I know, but like but we like even during hype trains here, people will go donate stuff. And so whatever the hype train always ends up, it's always like 5 to 10% more overall for me. And so I don't know if it's the same way for him. Don't any of you mods get ideas? If I'm making a couple $100,000 a stream, our moderators are going to eat really great. Our moderators are going to do just fine. Thor's awesome. Known him for ages, but to be honest, I don't know why he went so viral. Yeah, what kind of content does he do? Is it game developer stuff? Is it commentary on game stuff? I just don't know. But again, that's pretty rad. Yeah, I'm hitting my barrier on this one. This one's really pushing me. Again, I feel like I'm babying this thing too much because it's my finish. And so I feel like this is right, but this isn't as right for me here yet. So I'm just going to kind of keep adding. We're just going to see. I'm not going to put all the details down, but I'm going to try to put a few. And then I'll show off the Discord. And then I'm gonna be watercolor painting. This is up to you guys. I don't know what you guys would like to see painted first. If we want a laughing doll in the apocalypse, or if we would like a Cthulhu doll. Oh Christ! What was all of this? Cthulhu doll crayon. I'm down for just anything. Hi, Dial M. How's it going? Oh, the Ferret Shelter. That's right. You guys have, and Jeremy gifted me a sub one time to that. That's awesome. Hi, M. How are you? And again, I think the cool thing is just because so many people talk so greatly about him, is it just continues to solidify the idea. I mean, hype trains aside, right? Is that if you treat people with dignity and kindness, which is something I have not learned how to do yet. Fuck you, Sharon. No, I'm kidding. Sharon's like, wait, what? Why would you do that? If anybody, she's probably the one who would laugh at that joke. But then people just show up and are awesome in return, you know? I'm waiting for her. Sarah. I know she would get a giggle out of that. I'm going to put a little bit of a chin right there. Let's draw our little line up here for the horn. My horn is going to be a little bit bigger. Because that horn is going to be a little bit bigger, this one in turn has to be a little bit bigger and is thick. What happened to Janelle? Did Janelle go? Where's Janelle? Is she drawing with us today? Kind of thinking that maybe there could be like a devil thing right here. It doesn't work though in terms of like where it's at. Think. Nancy, did you open it? Are you happy? High Senses, you got yours too? Oh my God. Used to work at Blizzard, comes with a large fandom. I believe he did some work for the company. Okay, interesting. Yeah, Em, I'm gonna have to go look him up. Nancy and Senses, I appreciate you guys. Senses knows what it's like to run a Kickstarter and all that, and so I appreciate it. Doll Crayon Cthulhu. Okay, that's what we'll do. Game software dev. Also straight up games. Looks at, analyzes other games. Explains really well. Lovely guy. Spreads dirty rumors about other streamers. I don't know about that part. Okay, so let's analyze where we're at real quick before we go into the Discord, go look at people's stuff. I feel like there's a couple of good things. There's a couple of things that just aren't working yet. I really like this part. And again, this is the hard part about being an illustrator. Sometimes you just have to be self-analytical and critical of your own work. And it's not easy to do. And so I'm trying to help expose that. I like this part right here. There is not great symmetry. We need to make sure that this comes down right there. I don't feel like this hip is totally there yet. I feel like this head could probably go back just a little bit this way in terms of the balance, unless this hip comes out super far. It feels a little bit like I'm trying to copy somebody, even though I'm not looking at the reference as much. So it's probably going to take me 2 or 3 passes to get comfortable with where I'm at. But again, that's the goal of this. I didn't want this to be a one-day activity for me. It can be a one-day activity for everybody. I wanted this to be a thing where I really learned and paid attention. Yeah, like I can even tell, like this, his cheek is like in here, whereas mine's way out here. So I might have to push this head back a little bit. I'm super pumped for the flowiness of this. But again, right now it kind of feels like me trying to emulate somebody else as opposed to me. And that will probably feel like that for a little bit. I actually don't think that's a bad thing, right? I don't know. So if that boob comes out like this, maybe we can get a little bit more room in there. It's difficult, especially in the moment, to be critical of your own work and referential to your own work, but I think it's a skill set that's hyper important. When you're sitting, we had to do this yesterday, when you're sitting here looking at a thing, it's so hard because like this thing is just like a foot away from my face. Taking a day off and really stepping away from it and letting it sit overnight, that's the thing that's probably going to help me really see the things that I wasn't seeing. Again, it's difficult, especially when you're streaming too. 100 people watching, talking, people are sharing things, I want to interact, and then I'm thinking at the same time. Tough. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased so far. I haven't opened it. Stream reveal tomorrow. Again, Senses, you honor me. I appreciate it. Dirk Lawson, you could become a professional writer on a live stream. Where are you in the Discord? I don't totally know because I didn't do any of those. Wait, who is M? Sorry, Dial M. EM. Should I just call you E friggin' NL? You're already drawing someone else's to emulate. Yep. It's difficult though. You were talking a little bit about this the other day with the comfort zone stuff. Is like sometimes we're just out of our comfort zone, and like I'm so clearly out of my comfort zone. And I'm like some days I'm really prepared to be out of my comfort zone on stream, and there's other days where I'm not. Today I'm really prepared for it, but I really want to talk through it, so then people can feel it, I guess. But yeah, I think we're kind of in a good spot. Emulate somebody and comfortable. Do it on your. Yep. Absolutely, Kelly. Absolutely. Hey, Pat. How is it difficult to be critical of your own work? I'm overly critical of my stuff. That's that. But Pat, there's a difference between being critical of your work or overly critical. Critical meaning that you have the critical eye, that you understand the deficiencies, the weaknesses, and the things that could improve, but maybe we don't have the brain-hand coordination to fix it yet. Some people are just overly critical, and people have forced me over the last 2 years to not be overly critical of myself, because in the end we can get there. But there's some people who self-limit so quickly because of how critical they are of themselves, and that's normal. It's just a natural tendency. Yeah, senses, be safe. Who wants a live stream of me writing? Who wants a live stream of me drawing fucking demon babes? You know what I mean? There's a thing out there for everybody. We talked about that on a podcast a while back. Last we left the Discord, we took a look at this one, which was Patty's. Again, I've said it a ton, but it bears to say it one more time. The full-blown showcase for this is going to be in a week, next Tuesday, 5 Eastern. We will take the most finished version of these pieces and show those off on stream. Use this thread, the Draw This in Your Style thread, as a place to put your ideas, your concepts, your rough drafts. Let everyone else see it. Kelly and I will sort through everything on that Tuesday, find the most final updated versions, and those will be the ones that we're going to be focused on. So we kind of go quick, right? But on that showcase, everyone's going to get their flowers. Here's Charles. Charles is breaking up all of the individual elements, so we can clearly see what he's thinking of. Yeah, there's 11. Perfect. Thank you. And then, yeah, in about 10 minutes, I'm going to start painting on my Cthulhu crayon doll, and I can't wait. Yep. I love that you're popping each one of these out into the elements, that you're getting your action lines drawn around the components, so you've got kind of the major pieces chunked out. Heck yeah, man. So again, this is Charles. Let me know if you want an idea for approaching the chest. I would love an idea for approaching the chest. It's not often that a nice woman on the internet, Sarah, asks me if I can approach. Never mind. Again, the coloring on this is great. Here's Cartoon Jesse. Jesus. Look at the strong inking here. My God. This is really nice. Yeah, Charles is really exciting. It's been really fun to watch his stuff. Strong woman requires strong inking. Absolutely. This is how you Amy Jo. Amy, I made you choke on your pizza earlier, but that's a really good joke. That's a really good joke. Cartoon Jesse, again, your stuff just feels so cartoony, super alive. I love the detail, but the strong inking. This is wonderful. Those outer lines are just phenomenal. So intrigued how you're going to color this. Here's Nicole's. My right boob is slightly bigger in real life, so I'm homaging. Deal with it. Thank you, Nicole. I just learned something new about my friend Nicole that I had not known. I think a lot of us had assumed the right boob was bigger. Sort of like the left one is bigger for boys, right? Am I right? Yeah, you know what I mean. Nicole, beautiful. Try and imagine that there's a whole rib cage behind the boobs rather than forming the chest boobs first. Yep. Yeah, good call. I'll go... Yep. I see it now, Sarah. Let me go back to it here in a quick second. Nicole, I love that you extended the legs down further. I definitely don't plan on drawing my legs down further because that would terrify me. The feet look great. Princess, that's an awesome idea. I'm going to go back through and do that right after this. Hi, Gruesome. What's up? No matter, all boobs are perfect. Yeah. Without getting too much into it, it's like pizza. There's just no bad pizza. You know what I mean? Just no bad pizza. Same thing. Whatever. Hi, Nicole. Here's Chaoser. Man, I don't know if I've ever seen Chaoser draw a sexy demon babe. Oh, I'm so here for this. Most of us right-handers have bigger right boobs. Is that why mine's really ample? Is that it? I learned that by watching Naked Attraction. Now, Sniping, what season are you guys on? Have you made it all the way through? Laura says my left is bigger too. Way more milk. Unreal. I love this stream. I fucking love you guys. Like, I'm having the best day. God, Chaos. It's so cool to see how you can do so many different diverse styles. Boob is bigger. Pectoral muscle is bigger on that side. Same with biceps. Interesting. I'm definitely not going to flex my biceps on this stream because I don't want to embarrass people. Patty. Gorgeous. The color on this is wonderful. South Dakota had some bad pizza. You know, I've not looked at a lot of things LFB in South Dakota, so maybe you're right. I don't know if we've ever shipped a package to South Dakota, by the way. Boobs bring out the best in people. Yeah. We need to do Sexy Demon Babe time more often on this live stream, because this is a pretty great stream. Pretty great stream. Princess PJs is always right. Yeah, especially when it comes to this. Kelly said, F the face. Kelly, just put the paper bag over it. Wife has watched a lot more than me. She's on season 5. Man. It's a good show. I was on a stream. I was listening to your wife talk one day on stream when she was talking about it. And I think one of the coolest things about that show, Sniping, is that you just sort of recognize that bodies are weird and beautiful at the same time. And obviously, I'm super upfront about like my body dysmorphia, and I was anorexic when I was a kid, and yada yada. That show has just kind of reminded me just how weird and beautiful all bodies are. It's just a great reminder. I don't know. But you guys get it. Boobs ring out the breasts, people. Thank you. Kelly, this is great. The forms on this is wonderful. Embarrass or get injured, yeah. My back still does hurt a little bit, LFB. This is a family-friendly stream. Hi, Kim. Kim, you are not too late. Kim, the draw this in your style is right there on the screen. Exclamation point DTIYS will get you the link to the Discord server that you can put everything into. But we're going to do a full-blown showcase for this next Tuesday for our finished pieces. I didn't mark when he gaslit about being family-friendly. It was now. Kelly, this is great. This is really great. And the hips are super strong. And I like how the arm curves in, like that arm's in the right spot, the one that's down here attached. Here's Lely. Let's turn this thing off so you guys can see. Kim, it's so good to see you, though. Thanks for coming back today. Watching Discord. Yeah, Mal was talking about that. It's totally not weird watching naked people trying to get, while 7 others chatted up. Yeah, it just desensitizes you to, I don't know. I think there's something really cool about it. Move the head wasn't digital. Yeah, I think it'd be a good exercise, especially if you can, Kelly, move the head back and forth with the transform tool. Lely, again, this is so cool. I've not seen this side of your work. I love the details on, I don't know, on her outfit. I don't know. Do I call this lingerie? Demon lingerie? I don't know what it's called. Clearly don't have a lot of experience in this department. But your details are gorgeous. And again, I think the flop of the body has made this really dynamic. A bit anxious. Am I making you anxious, Toxic? I'm sorry. That's Lely. Here's LFB. Oh my God. Look at your adorable little demon girl. Stop. but never. You know what I mean? Like people say stop, but they mean like don't ever stop. Like bodies exist at all. Personally, glorious time is crazy, so that everything else seems mundane. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Exactly. This is adorable, and the crayon over on the side. I love how you interpreted this. This is the cool thing about a Draw This in Your Style. It's just such a different take. Don't stop, get it, get it. Is this the first art that LFB has done since the vacation? Yeah, PG style. Rock on. Rock on. You have a good story to tell there, too. Okay. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Image saved. Let's then, okay. How big is that file? Let's see here. Wait. Why am I waiting? Kelly's told me to wait, so I'm waiting. Look again. What do you mean, look again? Where? Oh, no. Hold on. You're ridiculous. Here's Sharn of the Connecticut Sharts. Oh my God. He did that for you? Hold on, I'm busy working here. This is unbelievable. Again, this is my job. Like for people that are wondering, like, Anthony, what do you do for a living? It's this. Let's see here. I'm just gonna bring that onto stream here real quick. Let's shrink that down. Let's go right there. Hold on. Sharn, I apologize that I got distracted, but I think it's for good causes. I'm going to go ahead and I got to duplicate this. There should be two cameras on. I'm going to copy. I'm going to paste. I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to bring this back down. The only problem with this is I can't, in my version of OBS, I can't do a mask. So it'll be easier with the panties, god damn it. Yeah, there'll be a little bit of a black part right there. Zoom in, enhance. Yeah, in updated OBS, and then on the Windows version, you can do a custom mask. I just don't have that capability. So I'm just gonna go ahead and turn this off, and we're gonna pretend like this never happened for right now. My God. Hey babe, how was the stream? What'd you do? I literally fit my head between a crotch. Stream is off rails. Yep. Option drag. Yeah, no, I can do that, but it's Princess on I'm on OBS 29 on a Mac, and so we don't have the custom masking option. So I can't bring in the points the way that I need to. Like I'd have to figure out how to mask it out Otherwise, it's only ever a square shape. I don't have the functionality. It's just like in my OBS, like I can't do anything with fonts. Like I can't, there's not a button to center fonts, to change. It's like, we don't have as much capability on the Mac as everyone else does. Hi, Kamikaze. How are you, man? Sharn, I apologize for the weirdness of what just happened. This is a delight. Your shape is really beautiful. I love, too, that you got rid of the nose, and the lips are more voluminous, too. Beautiful. Super beautiful. This is going to be great. Half the chat didn't take screenshots already. Yeah. The problem is my face will look so good in the crotch version, but I don't... Here's Nicole's. Nicole, why are you giving us this? Why are you giving us this face, Nicole? There's a plugin to add masks with all platforms. All right, I'm going to open that up right now. You might have to walk me through. There's a lot of things I need to do to OBS to make things get fixed. Okay, so I have that up here. So, oh my God. It worked. We just want your face bigger. I Spy Demon. Hi, Next. How are you? So this is our friend Nicole. She's working on hers digitally here. We're doing a Draw This in Your Style challenge. Next, how are you? How's your day? Nicole, this is just going to be stunning. It's really going to be great. I love, too, Nicole, that I can clearly see that you're following the forms of the legs, just making sure that the straps are all moving in the right direction. Yeah, Exceldro. I need, Sniping, I need somebody to hold my hand. I need to put in source record. I need to do the shaders. There's a couple of things. Will you hold my hand, please? Please? But again, if you guys would like me to be inside that, just let me know. We'll try to get that fixed. Here's Water Pops. Water Pop, skin this down. Again, it reminds me of Aeon Flux. Yeah, the Exceldro stuff is, because of the Mac, I have to do like an extra layer of permissions, which always freaks me out. It's more watercolor time. Toxic, what are you drawing right now? Gladly I'll hold your hand. Loving the Demon Babes. Nix, that's awesome. So here's the behind the scenes if you don't already know. We're doing a Draw This in Your Style challenge. This is based on the artwork from our friend Silent Spunes, who's been here on the live stream for like a year. He and his partner Weekend Ghost are two of my favorite illustrators. I'm smitten with their work. I am trying to get better at figure drawing, which is going to be our challenge on tomorrow's live stream. And also, I just don't draw cartoony babes the way that I want to. So we bullied politely Silent Spunes to give us this challenge. And for the next week, we are going to kind of slowly chip away at this. And then next Tuesday, we're going to have a big celebration and showcase of all of the finished pieces that are going to come through. And I cannot wait. And I would invite you to participate too if you want. Yeah, Water Pop, it just reminds me of Aeon Flux. Awesome. I mean, do you not want to get... Again, I just don't realize the things that I say. Face crotch, face crotch, face crotch. Mud says, I would like to get inside there. Oh, man. Your work is so good, man. Here's Dana. Oh, my God. Let me turn this off again one more time. You guys are way too effing good. Dana, I've never seen you draw like this. Hi, Art Mommy. Do you two know each other? Hi, Princess Fall Damage. That's the perfect name, especially with all the Fortnite we've been playing lately. Princess Fall Damage, welcome to the stream. Guys, this is Dana Gulbreath. Dana has been making some incredible effing art lately. Don't try to draw this in your style the months of October or November. Why is that? Oh, because of Inktober? Is that it? I just finished a few Demon Babes. Give it to us. Next, give it to us, please. Off to snag my human from ballet. Sounds good. LFB, I'm so glad that you're back. I'm glad you had a great vacation, but I'm just happy you're back. Lissa fucking Bailey, everybody. Dana, this is just gonna be gorgeous in your finished style if you take it there. Yeah, And here's Toxic. Great, Toxic is drawing. Oh my God, Toxic. Are you sure that I can't share your artwork with everybody? Are you positive? I love the way that how the bra is holding everything in, and there's just weight and gravity. Oh, dang. The gap is really great. The way that front leg is really overlapping that back leg. Again, this is what I was talking about with Nicole's piece. Like, you can very clearly see the direction of the form of the cylinder, especially on the front leg. Same thing on the back leg. Yeah, fall damage. This is our new friend Toxic. Where are we sharing? So exclamation point DTIYS. Or if you're in the Discord, I'll show you the category super fast. It's a draw this in your style category. The lack of tangents is annoying. I know. She's your best friend? Okay, so that's the person that Toxic invited over. Awesome. Well, you two, welcome to the stream. I'm so glad that you guys have found a good place here. Toxic, we are utterly smitten. Would you be willing, Toxic, if you've been lurking for a while, would you be willing to share your Instagram with me? Like, just, you don't have to. You can have as much anonymity as you would like. But if there's an opportunity for me to put your Instagram or your DeviantArt or any of that up on, just let me know. I love the tail too. That's okay, Toxic. Just whenever. Again, I've said before, anybody who's ever willing to draw with us here, it has automatic access to share whatever they would like to. So just always keep that in mind. But man, I'm pumped. Next, if you put something in there, I'll keep it up so we can go take a peek. This is where mine is at. Again, just a little bit of the struggle. The struggle feels super real for mine. I'm going to do what Princess PJ suggested. I'm going to take that rib cage. That rib cage has to be symmetrical. It was easy right here, right? But that rib cage then, God damn, Sarah, you're smart. So then this would pop out like this. Sharn, thank you for doing that. Sharn, you're an awesome welcome wagon. I appreciate that so much. Thanks for gifting that sub to Toxic. God, that's such a good tip too. Unreal. So I'm going to push this down. I'm going to erase this here. I heard the alert, but I don't know what it is yet. Now those might get erased a little bit. But at least I know where the rib is, and that is helping me, the bottom of the rib cage, which is then really helping me figure out. Now, fall damage, do you like to draw too? Cool. Princess PJs, everybody. Yep. Cool. Sharn, thank you again for doing that for both Princess Fall Damage and Toxic Vox. To you two new delightful friends, you've got access to all sorts of emotes like every other Twitch stream. No ads or any of that sort of jazz here, which I don't really play ads anyway. But yeah, welcome to the crew, you two. Can I post it different? You can. Nix, you can. Absolutely you can. I would love to see. I would love to share. Fall Damage, thank you for the follow. Because the boobs are resting on those ribs, baby. Yep. And again, we've talked about it, and I just need to coordinate it with Sarah whenever she's available. I would love to do a pinup stream with Princess PJs, where we just draw pinups. We talk about sexy pinup girls. We talk about the masters, the old masters, the Gil Everins, all that sort of stuff. Should we just put it on the calendar right now, Sarah? Would you guys? Okay, should we just ask? Would anybody like a Wheeler / Princess PJs pinup live stream where we just draw cute, adorable, sexy pinups for 3 hours straight. I'm not as good as Toxic. Princess, we all start somewhere, right? A welcome wagon, is that like a village by No, it's different. I put her in finished art. Outstanding. Outstanding. Oh my gosh. Guys, do you want to see some next sexy demon babes? Yes. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. When should we do it? When would be a good time? Sarah, would you? I know you stream on Friday nights. Would you want to do a draw along into your stream, or do it like on a Tuesday where we have more time and there's not an event that we have to navigate? My God, next. Why don't you do a princess? So that was ultimately where I was going to go. Is that because she's one of the people whose work that I look at whenever I do pinup stuff. Man, what if we did though? What if we did? Interesting. What if we did a session? I don't know if she's down for it, but what if we did a Princess PJ session, like on a Tuesday where we just draw a bunch of like, pinups, and then we figure out one of those pinups to do a draw this in your style. It's like a 2-part co-stream. I'm surprised that Anthony knows. Again, I know some things on the internet, not all of them. Next, my God, Spoons, thank you for sharing. Your work is so incredibly bright and sexy and scary. I'm going to show off your Instagram here in a second. My gosh. It could be a fun way to do it. The level of puberty. Look at all the tattoos. How to draw a worm band. Yep, those would probably be the two. Oh, Degenerate? Yo, you fit in really good here then. I will look at the second one. Yeah, absolutely. Why do I Google things? I go back to my life. Yeah, that's why I'm not Googling Goatsy, because I don't know what it is and I don't need to know what it is. My God, you're great. Oh, F off. She has my tattoo. Is yours on your tummy too? God dang. This is gorgeous. This is really gorgeous. Unreal. We'll be popping back into the Discord for anybody who's doing the challenge here. Again, the showcase for this will be next Tuesday, so you got a whole week. Also, this is next. This is their Instagram account. What up, Tom? How are you, man? First I get Kim, then I get Tom Chronic. How are you, dude? It's great to see you. Say hell yes to the pinup stream, and all hail my absolute favorite Bruce team and dude. Tom, so earlier in the stream, I said I have two pinup influences, Princess PJs and Silent Spoons, and then I said I have 2 comic influences, the guy who does Mandy, who's Dean Eagle, whose name I couldn't remember at the moment, and then Bruce Timm. Right? Dude, it's good to see you, man. How have you been? I hope married life is good. Yeah. Next, it's delightful to meet you. High fives. And then do you stream here on Twitch too? You do. All right. I'm clicking on this here. Clicking on all the links. Again, I'll leave the overlay up here for a couple of minutes. I just followed Nyx here on Twitch as well. I'm going to be shifting gears here a little bit just for some work stuff to do some painting. But again, this is our challenge. Draw this in your style. Silent Spoons. He goes by Cute Tough Art over on the rest of the internet and stuff like that. Exclamation point DTIYS gets you the links to all the stuff that you need. But again, you got a whole week. So continue to let me know when there's new pieces in the Discord. I'll be sharing those and showing those off. Hoolery, oh my God, you generous soul. Thank you for gifting that sub to Nixt. Awesome. Again, this place is just the best. Nixt, when is your next stream? When can we come hang out? You have a poodle floof named Audrey. Oh my gosh. Well, just hit the follow button. Super pumped. Searching for years. So I have the I have one or two Dean Eagle, and then I have the big Bruce Timm. Tom, a good place. It might be a little bit expensive. Again, my friend Janelle, who's here sometimes, she and I are big Stuart Ing fans. I'm bringing up this website for you. She's rad. Amazing. My God, we just met a new friend. I'm super pumped. I have to assume that you guys have already know this website, but this is Stuart Ing. He is a purveyor of art books and art, like some original art and stuff like that. He has a store in Southern California. But if I type in Dean, yeah, he's the very first. I bought a ton of stuff here. Yeah, I don't know if he has anything. So yeah, he's got a bunch of Mandy books. So yeah, there's a ton. The big one. So let's see if, so I have the Bruce Timm one. I have the big original Bruce Timm. Yeah, shit, is it he wants to charge $1,000 for that? Are you kidding me? God. Why does he want $1,500 for that? So it's signed and numbered is what it is. They used to, Stuart Ing is the best, go to their booths. Yeah, exactly. That's where originally I found them, at a Comic-Con in Seattle. So is this a slip? This is the hardcover. So I have the hardcover, but it's just the fact that it's signed and it's got a slipcase. They have smaller versions of it. They just don't have the, I guess they just don't have the big version. As much other pinups as he did Mandy. Yeah. 1,500 for something. So here, let me switch cameras real quick. Let me see if I can find a couple. Well, just give me 1 second. 1 second. Let me turn that. Let me move. Yeah. Put the headphones back on. I had to bend over to pick them up, but I just don't want to be objectified, you know, in the way that men and women objectify just 44-year-old men on the internet, you know what I mean? Also, these calves be popping, you know what I mean? There's probably some things I can't share in this book. No, it must be awful. Yep. But this one is, yeah, this one's one of my favorites. So I ordered this. I ordered this one from France. So I went to Amazon.fr, Tom, and ordered this one. And this has just a ton of his cartooning stuff on here. This one's one of my faves. I guess I don't have the hardcover. I have the softcover version of this one. But yeah, it's probably, yep, there's a nipple. There's quite a bit that I can't share because Twitch is weird with stuff and degenerates ruined it for all of our artistic nudity. But yeah, this is one of the best books of all time. So there's that. And then there's this one. This is one of my absolute favorites. So this is the art of Playboy cartoons. This one, yeah, that's it. This is dangerous territory that we're in right now. Yeah, this is Doug. Can I share that? Yeah. So that's Doug Sneed. All I wanted was tasteful nudes. This book is one of the absolute best books I've ever bought. The Art of Doug Sneed. And I mean, everything that he draws, just the shape. Hi, Dumpy. Men in their 40s have a real problem getting objectified. I know, that's my problem, right? Mal, to answer your question, the answer is yeah. I'd love to show you some of those Disney books from the 50s. I'll objectify you in those. But yeah, I mean, there's just such, God, the profiles of all of these characters. So those are 3 of my favorite pinup books. Yeah, Doug Sneed was just unbelievable. Right, now my 14-year-old's going to walk in and be like, Dad, what are all these books for? Oh, Christ, you know? Remember that one day? I reckon I know almost every piece in there. Yeah, quite a few were familiar, you know? So you know what I might be able to do on this one, the Sexy Demon Babe, is I might be able to do a little bit of a wink, kind of like this. Twist this up a little bit. That way we have a bit of a balance issue where this is out just a little bit too far. I think if I tilt the head ever so slightly on my Sexy Demon Babe, I think we'll be in a little bit better shape. I'll put my triangles down. The only book I wanted longer, the Bruce Team's Naughty and Nice. Wayne Barlow's Inferno. I've never heard of that one. Let me look it up real quick. Also, thank you for the 100 bits, man. Look at me read your message and not even acknowledge the generosity that came with it. I don't know do I know who Wayne Barlow is? So Tom, if I ever see, if I'm out and about, would you want the small like the small ones? Like they have this small, set of 3. They took the big Naughty and Nice and broke it down into 2 or 3 little books. Like if I saw those out in the wild, would you want me to tell you about them? Or are you just after the big, thick? Oh my God. Hi, Warlord. Yeah, Warlord, absolutely. I can tell you all of those. I can put them back up on screen. How are you? It's good to see you, dude. It's been a bit. They are my art titties. I'm going to have to go back and research. I'm just not familiar. A lot of hell art. Several of those demonic symbols into my arms. Oh my gosh. And then is this... and then I'm going to look up his art book. Thick, exactly. Wants the thick one. Can I go buy the 750? Well, stewarding will give you an opportunity. My God, this is awesome. So Barlow's Inferno. Just a light $380, right? Looks like there's copies though. What would you prioritize more, the Barlow or the Bruce Timm? Full set of Alice illustrations. Nix, that's awesome. I assume that you have. Have you met our friend Be at Easel? She is doing an Alice fine art exhibit here super soon, and she has this incredible range of Alice illustrations. All right, I think I'm about good. Are there any other pieces in the Discord here at the moment? I'm gonna put my eyebrows. I'm gonna put her lips up this way. Oh my God. Okay. Super pumped. A few? Perfect. Thank you, Sharn. So I'm just kind of laying in a little bit of the detail here. So let's put the choker, the strap. Need to make sure that there's a better balance on those. There's that right there. I really like the all the banding or whatever this stuff is called, the straps, because it almost kind of tells you where some of the forms sit. This, I think, too, is also going to tell us the direction that that hip is going, if I don't do a great job illustrating it. All right. Little tattoo right there. I'm kind of pleased. What do you think? Am I in the right spot? Barlow's book more because of how much that book is art influence. Yeah, that's super fair. That's super fair. Well, if I ever see a copy out in the wild, man, of that Bruce Timm one, I've seen a couple, but I think they're the smaller versions. But if I ever see them, I'll just let you know. Hi, Valley Dweller. Those books, by the way, for Warlord. These are the books that we were talking about. Again, I can't really show them on stream because there's lots of adult lady parts. Naughty and Nice by Bruce Timm from Flesk Publications. This is probably 2010. And then this is Melange. I'm not pronouncing that right, but this is Dean Eagle. I got this on Amazon.fr. You probably get this one too on Stuart Ing, which is where we just were. But yeah, these are two of my favorite pinup books. I should probably study these more often, huh? But that Doug Sneed book, if anybody has money for it, it's one of my absolute favorites. 2 in the CDA prompt from people who got their cards. All right, let's go. Let's go look, and let's do some watercolor stuff. Is this Sarago? Am I pronouncing that right? Is this one of our new friends? My gosh. You did get it right, weirdly. Just slightly, right? Sarago. Don't have Kim. No, I had an opportunity to buy Kim Jung-gi's one of his books at Stuart Ing's booth in Seattle years and years ago. I just couldn't handle the weight of the book, but it had an illustration in it and everything. It's you, Princess Fall Damage. Gorgeous work. I love the disinterested look. Thank you for covering the tatas again for Twitch. John Twitch's delicate sensibilities, you know, and then the flow. Good work. You need to keep posting more. So to our 2 new friends, so we do a thing called the Chaotic Draw Along every Friday. The prompt last week, or actually last Friday, and then we also do it on Monday, was Mysterious Mothman. This is my Mysterious Mothman. We normally get like 70, 80, 100 people participate. We had over 100 illustrations submitted. And then there's always a new prompt every Friday. We do it on Monday at the same time. It's really great. Fall Damage, high fives. Fall Damage, do you want to share your Instagram or anything? Oh, that's the finished art category. And then draw this in your style. Here we go. So last we saw was Toxic. Everyone was grumpy about how beautiful those lines are. Why would you do this to me? Why would you know? Let me turn this off. Why would Peaches and Pancakes just know that that this is a thing? Where would I go if I wanted to? Maybe if we had a song to go with it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, Anthony Wheeler in a pickle jar. Anthony Wheeler in a pickle jar.
This is my fate.
Ooh. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Anthony Wheeler in a pickle jar. Ooh, Anthony Wheeler in a pickle jar. Anthony Wheeler in a pickle jar. Look at that.
Look at that. Just look at it. Just look at it.
Ooh, Anthony Wheeler in a pickle jar. Ooh.
Roxy.
Anthony Wheeler in a pickle jar.
Amy Jo _ Rebecca said, maybe you should tell people what the UGG system is here. So if you ever see a piece of art on the live stream that just makes you go, oh, I wish I thought of that. We have an emote for it. And now that you're subscribers, you get this UGG emote. UGG is a good thing. UGG is the sincerest form of fuck you, you're too good at art possible on this stream. The more UGGs means the more art aggression. You degenerate, by the way. You degenerate. No, I will not wiggle like a worm. We could get the Wiggle Worm song out too. Here's Charles's. Man, Charles, I'm so pumped with these, man. Thought I was in trouble. Thank you for the palpitations there. You're never going to get in trouble here. Big fans of art aggression. Exactly. We hate talented people here. It makes us feral. Good work, man. The coloring and the lighting on these are really wonderful. Yeah, so always feel free to throw your Uggs. Oh my God. Lely lost her patience on the big piece for today. I also love that Lely's now so tired and broken that they're talking in third person. F the F off. Toxic, have a good runaway. Thanks for hanging out today. Thanks for introducing fall damage to the stream. Super grateful. Appreciate that. My God, Lely. Shoot, you know what we should do at some point is a draw this in your style of a draw this in your style of a draw this in your style. And over the course of the year, just see how far away we get from the original draw this in your style challenge. Yeah, like Xerox. Inception, yeah. My Lord. This is stunning. This is cartoony in all the best ways. Day 246 of 32 days. No, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah, artist telephone. God, Lily. And look at how the legs bump in like that. Someday. Not today, though. Lely, again, beautiful work. We'll kind of share this around. This is as far as I got, and this is where I'm comfortable getting today. But yeah, I think this arm's probably going to have to come out a little bit. I think Princess PJ has given me the best idea on the ribs. I think the ribs I think that torso portion still needs some work. I feel like this can pop out just a little bit further. So yeah. Again, reminder, tomorrow we're doing our figure drawing session, the first hour and a half of the live stream, 6 poses, 6 to 8 minutes a pose. Share your results in the Discord. Celebrate drawing bodies. All the models are clothed. Some are dynamic poses, some are simple standy poses, but it's really fun. So yeah. All right, let's go. Let's do some watercolor paint. Spoons, is this cool? Are you enjoying it? Spoons is falling asleep. He's like, oh my God, stop talking, Anthony. All right, this is what we're gonna paint. I'm gonna take the overlay off the thing today. Wheeler wants to get into adult storybooks. If I could make money on it, yes, I would. 4 months from a full year. It does not feel like a full year. Not at all. Yeah, figure drawing tomorrow, 5 Eastern. Yep. I'm just reading Amy Jo's, or 8 months, 2 days, excluding the end date. Charles, have a good night, man. Much love. All right, so, you guys even reminded me to go to the CDA channel, too. I am such a dope. I will do that here in a second. So again, this was part of our chaotic character mashup. I think I want to say it was Maddie, but it could have been somebody else. Named him Cooper. That seems like too normal of a name for Maddie, so we'll have to assign it to somebody else. But what a fun, not a full year it's been. Yeah, that time was really stressful. That was some incredible stress then. That feels so far away. I'm gonna put all those pieces up for sale, Amy Jo. Not one person. Not one person's gonna remember. Be like, huh? What? But that also means that the ignorant duck is like 7 months old. Doesn't it kind of feel like the ignorant duck has been around longer? The recap of this one here. I don't have the cards next to me. Yeah, you don't need them. The recap, the easiest way to think about this is I took 3 chaotic character cards. These are the orange cards from the game. Mixed them all up and created a weird character out of it. We do this activity every Thursday on the stream. It's really fun. We have a really good time with it. This ended up being Doll, Crayon, Cthulhu. This one threw people for a little bit of a loop, so I'm super excited to finish this. If we look back at some of our other chaotic character mashups, oh, I just reorganized them. I don't have them all ready to go. Here's one. This was snail, parrot, nope, snail, pigeon, T-Rex. Pizza Pirate Pineapple. That was not one. That was one. That was a owl unicorn witch. And there's one more somewhere, but I don't know where it went. Who knows, guys? Who knows? I'll take credit. I was just hiding and lurking. That made me so anxious. Well, again, Toxic, if you've been lurking and stuff, again, hopefully you know me in terms of just who I am here. Me and this crew of people will never intentionally do something to make somebody feel less than with their creativity. We want this to be a really safe space where people who are just beginning their art journey all the way to incredible superstars like our friend Nixt, to come in, share their work, and just have an equal opportunity to have their work talked about and have love pile on. I will never intentionally, sometimes I make mistakes, right? But I will never intentionally try to make somebody feel too awkward or anything like that. But the goal is just to help people share their work, because I love it. It makes me happy. This is not a giveaway. This is going to be for somebody who backed the Kickstarter. We have that last kind of couple that are trickling through here. Dirk Lawson. The dynamic poses of a professional dancer. What is this? And a little verklempt. Don't you dare get verklempt on me. Can't handle you being verklempt. Ooh. Dumpy, these are awesome. Where did you find these? These are great poses. There's really good movement here. Photos I took of a friend. Would your friend have any issues if we used one of these poses on stream? Make me feel awkward all the time. Maybe you should start another 32 days. Yeah, we probably need to do like seven days or maybe 14 days of the chaotic draw along. I am so behind because I've been doing so much shipping. Like I'm feeling really pinched about social media right now for the draw along. I'm really nervous that I just have not talked about it on Instagram and all that stuff nearly enough, and I'm nervous that it's not going to go far enough. I'm not like, the draw along needs to be successful, but it doesn't have to be successful on day one. All right, mixed up my paint here. But it makes me a little bit nervous that I just have not done enough, beating of the drum to get people interested in it. All right, I'm going to turn the record button on. So we're using Strathmore's mixed media board. I'm going to try to give this a nice fuzzy texture. I already painted in the line. Gosh darn it. And then I touched it in the line. I'm going to make the buttons are going to be orange. The little patches could either be a very light green or maybe a blue, but they can't contrast too much. The pants are going to be corduroy, kind of like a tan. I want it to feel kind of old and weird and a little silly. Notice how I pulled all the watercolor from the top. It made things kind of flow really nicely. This is just the first batch of watercolor here. All the watercolor from here is just going to put us in a position to put shading and some nice contrast. I'm going to leave a little bit of an open area right there. Let's refill the brush just a little bit. Now notice how we have a little bit of a spot right there where there was a line. It's okay. What we'll do is we'll put a little bit more watercolor in. Kind of move it around a little bit. Try to level things out and also just increase sort of the texture that we're seeing. Watercolor, we start really light, work to dark. Watercolor is also one of those mediums where you get automatic permission from the governor of watercolor themselves that you can be a little bit messy and you can paint outside the line. Watercolor is like a small child. Just does what it wants to do. It doesn't do what you want it to do. So just remember that at all times. Put a little bit right there. That patch is going to be the same color as the buttons. A little bit on the wing right there. There's going to be a shadow back on that arm, but we still have to kind of paint the base color. Now the pads of the shoes or the pads of the feet should be a little bit of a different color. We should get some nice contrast. Now I could have painted those toenails a little bit different, but I'm hopeful that this kind of changes that just ever so slightly. So I'm going to paint that kind of like so. Cool. So that's our base layer here. What are some tips for beginners with watercolors? Yeah, so I love that question. My favorite thing about watercolor is it is a relatively inexpensive medium and it goes forever. Meaning, let me show you my watercolor palette. Good night, Mal. This is my watercolor palette. It cost me $300 7, 8, 9 years ago. I've only ever had to replace one color up until recently where I just bought more, but there's still plenty in here. Watercolor versus markers. Markers tend to dry out really quickly compared to watercolor. Watercolor will last for a very long time. And pigment, particularly artist grade, will be both light fast, archival, and hold up and be able to spread really well across lots of different pieces. I have painted on this stream probably hundreds and hundreds of pieces, but thousands of pieces with just this one palette. Watercolor versus paper. If you're going to have to choose between expensive watercolor or expensive paper, or somewhere in between, choose better paper. Cheap watercolor will take you a long way. There's either artist grade or professional grade. There's student grade or artist grade. It's a better way to put it. Student grade is really great. It just has less pigment than artist grade. But paper, bad paper, it just doesn't cooperate. So if you can put more money into your paper than you can into your actual watercolor, that's the route that I would do. Beyond that, watercolor is a translucent medium. You're using the actual white or the light of the paper to help bounce light through. So what does that mean? It means that you get areas of iridescence or see-through ability. And so that's part of the reason why you're able to see my black lines as I paint over them. The black ink is waterproof, but that special feature of watercolor that it's see-through or translucent to some degree, less opaque, less see-through, means that you get to see your line work as it comes through. Watercolor is best to use light to dark, whereas something like acrylic can be used in both directions, but a lot of people use it dark to light. So I like to paint a very light wash to start and then build over top. And that's what we're going to do right now. The other thing too with, sorry, I'm just trying to build up my palette here really quick. And again, I think watercolor, for me at least, is one of those mediums where I just don't take it super seriously. Like watercolor is going to kind of run and kind of do what it wants to do. You kind of let it. especially with a cartoony, fun style, just let it do what it wants to do. It's not always going to play nicely. My technique that I generally paint with is it's called wet on dry. That means that the watercolor is wet and the paper is relatively dry to start. Some people will paint wet on wet and they'll get these incredible, like ethereal, great bloom spread watercolor pieces. Because I use the line work as kind of the guide for everything. This is all paint by numbers here at some point. This is very much more for me where I want control. The inked line also gives me an opportunity to control a little bit of where the water goes. This is such an info dump. Hi, Casey. How's it going? It's such an info dump, and I apologize. But my artboard is at a 30-degree angle, maybe a little bit less than that. And so the water isn't trying to spill this direction a ton. It's trying to move that way a little bit because that's how gravity works. But not for all you flat earthers out there, right, Water Pop? But when you start light and then build up your washes and everything, you're able just to get a lot of control. And I don't put a lot of water on my brush, so I can control things just a little bit more. But that ink line sometimes will give you a barrier and will tell your watercolor where to stop, is ultimately what I was trying to get at. Is that there's a little bit of a raised line, just ever so slight. And if you're not on a really tilted table or in tilted towers, right, Jeremy? Then you're going to be able to get a little bit of resistance on that black line right there, and it's going to kind of obey you. Kinda. Not totally. Don't forget about your awesome elevation. Yeah. I guess that's the other thing too, is I do live at a high elevation. I live what does it say? I'm at 6,000 feet above sea level. So watercolor dries really quickly where I live. You get about 1 second for an oh shit moment with watercolor. Whereas on something like acrylic or gouache, which are reactivated materials, you get much more time. So keep that in mind. So if you make a mess up, you got about 1 second to get your finger on it and to try to push it, but you still have pigment that's down. Watercolor can be reactivated, like 100% can be reactivated, but just to what degree and to what level of control and how much it's already stained the paper, that part's going to be tricky. That part's always going to be tricky. Other things too, so if I compare against markers have a much more smooth kind of overall nice finish, like really smooth, even gradients, things like that. The big thing that I wouldn't do a lot of marker stuff for, though, is filling in big pages, big pieces. It's just such a pain, and you just blow through all of your all of your marker juice. I think Fallen Damage just fell asleep from the utter dissertation of me paint splaining, and I apologize for my behavior. Casey Snow, I have a personal question for you. Casey's like, wait, what? Why? Casey, when was the last time you drew sexy demon babe? Casey, would you like to draw a sexy demon babe? Well, keep in mind, we do have our Draw This in Your Style challenge, where you can draw an adorable, cute, but also sexy demon babe, and then show it to everybody on the internet. Just keep that in mind, okay? The high point is 1,400. Is that where the snow is? It's amazing. That would feel really weird. Got a hot for real this time. FR. Appreciate you, M. I'll see you later. Feeling called out? What if I make the opposite? Even better. Even better. You don't have to do nothing, Casey. So I was just asking a simple question amongst friends, right? I think everyone else was curious. Now I'm putting in a little bit of blue. Everyone else was curious, though, if you've ever drawn a sexy demon babe. So I'm just asking the questions that the population is curious about. You know what I mean? I'll probably work on my Demon Babe a little bit tomorrow, and then that will be amongst our challenge, our figure drawing study stuff tomorrow. No snow at all. That's right. An unsexy angel dude. Yeah, is that the opposite? Hi. I haven't drawn people in a long time. Demon Babe would be lacking, no doubt. That's why I did it. That's why I asked Silent if we could work on a piece of theirs, because my babes, my Demon Babes, not great. My Demon Babes, not outstanding. Okay. Kind of like where we're at. We need to continue to get in all the details. Again, light to dark. That's the biggest suggestion from a tip standpoint that I can give. To establish where your light source is coming from. Let the water kind of do what it wants to do. Keep in control if you can. Now, all of these areas that have really harsh watercolor lines right now, I can go back through with a little bit of clear, clean water. Smooth those guys out. So let's do that. Clean my brush. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap the side of that line with just a little bit of water. Same thing right here. Kind of move that around a little bit. If you notice, I'm moving in a little bit of blue on the sides. So there's a little bit of blue in there. I want there to feel like there's a bit of a shadow, but nothing too oppressive or dark or anything like that. Again, ultimately, this is supposed to be a doll. Now, whether or not that's going to totally look like that, not sure. Not sure. I'm going to put a little bit more paint right here. Paper is kind of dry, so I am adding in kind of that darkness of where that button would have sit. Again, if our light source is coming down this way, just kind of continue to build up this side here. I've got some really good texture working for me already, so we're just going to continue to let that do its job. But then just a little bit more of an amplified shadow, I think, is going to be a helpful thing. Same thing right there. Same thing right here. That's got to get much darker. Other tips that we talk about a lot, again, it's all kind of Anthony on repeat here. When the AI version of this live stream happens, it's just going to be all the same repetitive shit that I've talked about for years. I only bring my figures to about 60-70% of where I think their overall saturation level is going to end up being, until I get the background figured out and put down. That way you don't lock yourself into a corner, even though I know some of you like to be locked in the corner. Let's just move past that one, please. But you can always darken. It's just hard to lighten things. Right? So start slow, work really light, get things kind of to a good, reasonable point. Get your background put in. Then get your little details. Darken things up. Now here's where I'm going to start to hit this with a little bit of light blue. This blue is really kind of like wet down. And what I want this to do is to dry, and I want it to kind of feel fuzzy, but not like, I don't want it to be overwhelming. Like, I don't want this texture to feel like really, really overwhelming. But if you looked at a kid's doll, or like a little stuffy, you're gonna get all this like amazing texture to it, right? It's kind of what I want. And so I'm keeping these washes, this little light wash here, just really, really, really soft. The paper is pretty well saturated, kind of where this is at. And so I can come back through and smooth these things out here in a minute. Which is probably what I'll end up doing. But we have to kind of give it some sort of texture. I have a weird watercolor line right there, so we're fixing that. Yeah, it feels good so far. Now we need contrast. And actually what I'm going to do for contrast, is some yellowish orange. Kind of running out here. God, everyone got so quiet today. You said 6,000 feet roughly, didn't you? 600 feet? You're 10 times lower than I am to the ocean. Sharon, do you think, have you ever been at 1,000 foot above sea level? I wonder what it would be like for you to go somewhere where there is a high elevation, like if you would get out of breath and all that. She loved the vampire gal you drew, but whatever. I'm still bullying for spoons. Yeah, that one was hard. That one was really hard, but it was a great lesson. I had a ton of fun working on that piece for Lizzie. I'm super stoked that it made it in the art book too. I love that Lizzie just let me kind of run with that one too. All right, so now this is where we start to get our contrast. So we have those buttons that are sort of popping out. We can do the bottoms of the feet as well. Let's do these patches. I want there to be really cool contrast. Now the question is, what do you guys think if I do, there's the orange right there, or there's a patch right there. Publishers don't often seem interested in drawing demon babes. Yeah, me neither, Casey Snow. Hi, Kaylee. I'll sit in the corner and watch. Does that count? Yeah. Hi, Zoltan. You mean carpety? I don't know if it means carpety. I get out of breath just sitting here. That's happened a couple times, especially when the weather changes. I want this to be a corduroy, kind of like a tannish color, but I'm nervous that if red could be a fun color. Everyone got riled up from the Demon Babes and had to take a nap. Again, if you guys missed it, it's Demon Babe Day on the live stream. Hiking wasn't too bad. Yeah, here in Colorado, people just get, like, when people travel in, they just get so out of breath, and then they get the altitude sickness, and that's rough. Let's color down here. I don't know if I've ever really had a big dose of altitude sickness. I've had days where I've felt crummy, and it takes 3 gallons of water to kind of make me feel a little bit better. Man, that's been a long time, though. I like to say, though, like when we were at sea level here last week, I would love to say that it was easier to walk and run. My mile time was just about the same here as it was there, which I was like, I don't know what that really says about how I travel. All right, let's mix up a little bit of the brown here for the pants. Highest I've been. That wasn't enough. No, I mean it might be depending on how how bad you're feeling or whatever. But yeah, 4,000 feet's nothing to be shy about. That's pretty high. Hi, Lindsay. Lindsay, did you have a good nap? Did I put you to sleep? Is that what happened? This is a little Teddy Ruxpin inspired. All right. So I think we're going to end up doing red on here, but do you guys have another suggestion for that color right there on the sleeve? It should be right there and under there. Hi, Barbu. Maybe a dark red, almost purple. Yeah, the saturation could probably handle that. Deluxe, how's it going? All right, that's a little bit more dry, so we're gonna mix up a little bit more paint, and then we're gonna start to dab. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of room where I could come back through here and actually draw on like some corduroy pants for my little Cthulhu demon doll baby. I've got a little bit of a darker brown in the palette right now, so we could put a bit of a shadow right there. Just a little bit of purple. Again, purple is one of those dangerous colors. If you don't let everything dry below it, it's going to kind of chew through and show you the paper white. And I'm, in fact, giving you an example of that, where those marks got really gross, and now you can see the paper white. Damn it. Sometimes you have good intentions and plans, and other times things get fucked up. For all our new buddies today, I'll also remind people I stream Monday through Friday, 5 Eastern. Again, we got a really good crew of people here, and we have a lot of fun times. So I really try to specialize in talking about art theory, also what it's like to be a full-time illustrator with a family to feed and things like that. I love character design. I love animation and stuff, even though I don't do a lot of animation. I don't do any animation, to be honest with you. But we do a lot of teaching on these streams, or at least talk. Maybe more of the version is we talk through a lot of the things that we do to try to demonstrate how easy this stuff can be over time. Yeah. Tomorrow, figure drawing session, we have six different images of models that we're going to be putting up on screen. All of them have clothing on, so you don't have to worry about that. 2 very skinny body types, 2 heavier body types, and then 2 dynamic poses, both male and female, kind of traditional male and female. We've done that session now 3 times. Twice now, and it's been great every time. And I don't know, I'm a big fan of it. Casey Snow, what did you send me? What did you send me, Casey Snow? Oh my God. Yeah, wait, why wouldn't publishers want sexy demon babes from you? Why would they not want sexy demon babes? I feel like you're I feel like you're an appropriate sexy demon babe maker. Is your favorite animation Cat Dog or Futurama? What are both of those? Everyone needs sexy demon babes. Exactly. I've been saying that for ages. Whoops. I think I put the wrong color on my brush, to be honest with you. We're just going to work it. We're just going to work it. We're just going to work it. Yeah. They don't want kids to look at them? Yeah, that's fair. Abandon all hope and just draw sexy demon babes from now on. I'm going to take Barbu's suggestion. I'm going to make a red for the shirt. And then I'm going to put purple accents in it. And we're gonna pray and hope it doesn't look terrible. I'm also going to use the same red on the shadows for the button. There's a little bit of purple in here, but we'll apply. Oh my God, that's a good choice. Now this is one of my favorite inking brushes. This is a Raphael size 1. You can see it actually right there. It's an 8404 size 1. This is one of my favorite inking brushes. Tons of control. It holds a bunch of ink, a bunch of water. But man, you can absolutely fly and make some stuff with this thing. Again, we're kind of making some chunky little lines. We're coming back through here, just letting that thing kind of gum up a little bit. Now that is kind of doing its thing, I'm going to put a little bit of extra water on the brush. I'm going to come back over here and give ourselves a little bit of a shadow. That red over the orange is going to kind of just make it look like a darker orangish red, but it's not going to totally take on the value of red or orange. It's just going to kind of be there in the middle. Just brighter, more saturated, just a little bit more interesting to look at. Almost like a deep, dark orangish color. I feel like those, the tentacles or the suckers need to look interesting or a little bit more interesting. I could leave them white, but I don't know if that will... Just a little bit more blue in there. One possible thing is we could make them pink. We could make them orange. Orange would definitely fit the rest of the vibe of this thing. They're both animation shows, Anthony. Why is that brush so long? Yeah, it has its little keeper on the end. Yep. Just a little bit of a keeper. How come you don't ask me more questions, Amy Jo _ about Gravity Falls? Like, we can talk about Gravity Falls all day. I'm gonna make these little suckers just orange. This is color harmony, where we take a lot of the existing elements and try to reuse colors. So everything feels like it's of one piece, it's of harmony. And I feel like that open area where it's a little bit more white can actually stay white then. And that there's good contrast. Yeah. Liz, thanks for the compliment. I appreciate you. Just realized it's been a while since I saw I Can Be Danny stream. Is it over? Am I missing? I have not caught up with Danny in a long time. I know Danny's got a gig tattooing. I don't know if he's full-time doing that. I assume he is at this point, but yeah, I've not seen him in quite a while. I know he had some paint good sessions during the winter, but yeah, not totally sure. I miss him. We were talking about Danny yesterday. I would love to talk about Gravity Falls all day. How come I never give you grief, Amy Jo? Because you haven't seen one of the best things on the planet. Thank you, Barbu. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I'll show you how it came to life. It's kind of it's a fun kind of amalgamation here. A little bit darker right there. A little bit more shadow. I feel like this needs a little bit more. I feel like that can just be a little bit darker. So yeah, Barbu, we have this thing called the these chaotic draw long prompt cards, and there's 3 different colors. These are the subject cards, and what we've been doing every Thursday is I've been drawing 3 of these randomly, and I start the stream telling people you need to draw a duck, and then I give them about 10-15 minutes, and then I say now we need to add a whale to it, and then we need to 15 minutes later add an octopus to it. And it's been really fun. It's called the Chaotic Character Mashup. This started out as a doll. Still a doll. I added crayons. That was the next prompt. And then Cthulhu was the final one. And a lot of people had to change things up pretty quickly to try to figure out how to put it all together. Yeah, but we've been doing this for a while. It's been a lot of fun. I've been super happy with it. And then we talked yesterday, X-Men 97 is all the rage right now. I was like a classic 90s X-Men nerd. And so these are the green descriptor cards. And I thought it'd be really fun, like just to choose a random card, like creeping, and we all then have to draw, some character from it, like Wolverine creeping in the dark. Or coughing like Gambit smokes, and so Gambit could be coughing off of his cigarette. Stuff like that. There'd be some fun ones in there. Tiptoe would definitely not be Professor X. He can't walk. Oh, he did a final paint good? I didn't know it was a final paint good, in quotations. You fell asleep by then. I need a plush version of this. We could probably arrange that someday. If I can make enough money on the internet, selling my body to strange men. I don't know why they have to be strange men, because I'm pretty certain that there's no woman out there who's going to buy my body. I'm so sorry, guys. I apologize. Yeah, I didn't realize it was a final. I know, bud. I know. Even I know. Even I have enough self-awareness to know. Too soon. Aw. Jay rushing for his credit card. God damn it. What evidence do you have? You got to put it all out there. That would be terrifying. I wasn't even willing to let people see my calves earlier. You know? A little bit more shadow work in here. Well, that's a bummer if Danny's not going to be streaming anymore. We had some good times. We had a lot of fun on A Studio Digital streaming together. I did all those streams for A Studio, and I had not caught up on their TikTok channel. And I saw that A Studio Digital had 1 million followers over on TikTok for all their animation shorts. And as you know, like our buddy Lord Spew has made animation for them and stuff like that. A whole bunch of things. Yeah, I miss the simplicity of some of those days. We had really good times on that stuff. Shut up. And we're not taking your money, man. No money. They give you a stress check-in. My stress, honestly, my stress was like a 4 all day. It was a 4 all day, Maddie. It's so much better right now, though. Part of it is that we had to order boxes that would fit some bigger orders, which I know. Oh no, Anthony, more money for you. But again, I really want to deliver this thing when I told people I was going to deliver it. So we had to scramble, order some boxes that could contain some of the stuff that we're sending. And yeah, and then printing. I had to print a lot of prints today. And the biggest issue with my printer, so I have a Canon Pro 1000. It's a gorgeous machine, works great. I've never really run into too much trouble with it. I had to call Canon at one point, but they were really good about helping me get it fixed. But because I use thicker paper, now everyone's falling asleep again. Because I use thicker paper, so this is like 330 GSM. It's like an 18-point thickness. I mean, this shit's thick. The problem is when you have 70 of these things to make, you have to hand feed each individual one. And the thing is like, I have to go to Photoshop, print one copy, feed it in the machine, and I have to wait for the thing to spool up. And then I have to press a button to say, would you like to print? Which I've already done on my computer, but there's like a redundant extra button. And so they only take like 30 to 60 seconds to print because it's a great printer. But like it's this extra redundant bullshit that I have to do to print all of these. They turn out gorgeous. And they smell great. Sorry, I'm kidding. But it is just a ginormous pain in the ass. And now the only way to fix it is to go to a print shop, which is fine. But the print shop, you don't have control. They use digital printers. It's not great. Or use thinner paper. A 4? You stayed with the 300? Wait, what, Kelly? Oh my God, Kelly turned the B? Oh my, are you kidding me? Kelly turned the B into an emote. Yo, what's up, outsider? Hey, it's good to see you, dude. Adulthood could be boiled down to one word: redundancy. Yeah, you're either redundant at a company and you get let go, or you have to press the same goddamn button on one machine versus another. Casey Snow, the Canon Pro 1000 is an amazing machine. It came out in 2015. It's due for a refresh. But man, I just printed 70 of these, and I mean, this is a lot of ink, and it barely nibbled down on my cartridges, like barely. Good value, really good value. But for fine art, like this is a really thick. Oh, Kelly's saying the 300. Yeah, this is the 300 paper, Kelly. Now I get what you were saying. Yeah, Kelly has a bunch of this paper at her house. It's got this amazing texture to it, but it is a pain in the butt to do, unfortunately. Do you always do at home? I do at home quite a bit. That's how I print the majority of the things that I send out to customers and stuff. All of these, like thank you cards, I sent these to a print shop. It was just the way to go. So these all went to a print shop. Then we have our... Again, you think I would be prepared for questions like this. These were the 4 postcard size things that we just had printed. This is a thank you. So that is on a... it's not a glossy stock. It's a 16-point C1S for any of you in the print business. So it's coated on the front, uncoated on the back. So we can write on them and stuff like that. And then, yeah, this has the coated, it makes things a little bit shinier and darker. It all printed gorgeous. But like there was 3,000 of all of these that we made. So I couldn't do these at home. I would jump out the window. And I live on the first floor. So it just wouldn't do much, you know? Yellow dog in Denver when I need a bunch of prints. The thing is, Casey, like I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to sit here. Deluxe says, sniffing fresh print. Is it illegal? No. But we had one compliment today, Barbu, that somebody said that the cards, the chaotic draw long prompt cards, smell good. And so we're gonna do some sniff tests on stream. Everybody get your cards out and just... You can smell it through the cellophane, by the way. Smells good. Kelly, that emote's adorable. I did not... God dang it, Laura. You know how I am. Tiny brain, big heart, but tiny brain. Where is it? I'm scrolling down at the bottom to find it. Campbell got theirs today. Oh my gosh. So I can't. What were the prompts on this? It was it Ghost, Lumberjack? He tells you here. It was Tall, Genie, and Lumberjack. This is M. Campbell. Campbell hangs out with us every so often. Yeah, Casey Snow. Union Road is about as far as I want to go. And that's where my printer is at. Maybe jump out the window. You too could be Professor X. No, but I'd like to keep the beard because then I would look like an egg. Yeah, this is Campbell. Campbell's on Instagram, and they rock. They absolutely rock. Yeah, I don't know, Thursday, maybe, Kelly. Tomorrow is still going to be a lot of the same of what today was. And then here's Laura. A fox, adorable, arsonist. I can't remember who made us, not made us. Did Pablo add the Enfuego? Or did we, Kelly, I think we had Enfuego on the card already, and then we added arsonist because I think we were like, is like a third grader gonna know Enfuego? But then also, is a third grader gonna want to be drawing arsonists, just crimes? We didn't think through that very well, but that's fine. Those kids will figure it out. Fox, adorable, arsonist, just riding away on its scooter. Anthony, are you okay? Yeah, I'm great. Laura, I love your adorable little fox here. I don't go past Kipling. Yeah, that's where things get scary. Could you make a blind test on cards by sniffing them? I probably could. I've sniffed a lot of my own cards. We added arsonist to clear it up, yeah. That's right. No, we had both cards and then we added it. What is a non-adorable fox? Does it exist? That's a good question. Here's somewhat of a non-adorable fox. But no, fox shapes are just great. Laura, this is cute. This is really cute. Laura, do you mind if we repost this like on the internet by chance? You don't mind, do you? Tibetan fox, is that an unadorable fox? Or is that just an even more adorable fox? You're welcome. Oh my God. I'm going to Google a Tibetan fox and it's just going to be a sexy demon, isn't it? Tibetan fox. Oh shit. Oh God. This fox just wants to punch me in the face. Would love to print from home. So the photo presentation paper was nice. Lady Liz, a couple of good printers to look at would be the Canon Pro 100 or the Canon Pro 300. The 100 is kind of their entry level, but very good. The Canon Pro 300 is consumer grade, but still prosumer basically. The Pro, that's $500-600. The printer that I have is $1,300. And is at the very bottom edge of there. It's at the top of the highest prosumer and the lowest of the ultra professional. And the next step up is like one of the printers that would take up like my entire studio, like one of the huge like 3-foot printers that can print like a piece that could go 40 foot on your wall. That's the next step up from where I'm at. My God, look at this thing. I never knew what a Tibetan fox was. He's just a fox who just wants to punch. I already posted it to Instagram. Thank you, Laura. It's so cute. I'm going to go back and share it here in a second. He just looks angry. Tibetan fox to CDA list, yeah. Yeah, Kelly, I think a good game plan for the CDA is finishing our second word list. And then when we launch the deluxe version or like the deck number 2 in the fall, we can then have it with the Baby Crimes booster. and then the clamshell box that it can go with, and then you can put all your cards in. Adorable. I didn't know that fox hated me. It's gonna be don't. Oh my God, Maddie. It looks like the guy. Wait. Guy spends $14,000 to become a dog. Maddie nailed it here. It looks just like the guy in Japan who spent $14,000 to become a collie. Let's look at these things side by side. This is the same one. Yeah, we were we were told recently of a man who spent $14,000 to become a dog. So basically, it's a man. It's a man inside of this thing, Deluxe. And that's what a Tibetan fox is. It's just more men. It's just significantly more Tibetan men. I wonder what the exchange rate is for currency, though. I wonder how many men can spend their life savings to become angry foxes. I wonder if this guy sheds. What the actual... This is my legacy and I can't believe it. Laura, this is a sweetie. Too cute. I'm going to pop back in, see if there is any other draw this in your styles. Oh man, Liz already colored hers. Is there glitter on there? Is that gold? My gosh. Fursuits are expensive, but... Super good. Epson, the 8550 is under 1,000. Yeah, my only issue with that Epson is that my Epson jammed so much. That 8550 is supposed to be a good machine, though. Liz, I love the pink color. I love the single shadow. The shadow line is really wonderful. I finally reached the collie point at 215. Yes, Deluxe, I do what I can for you. Okay, I do what I can. Again, we'll be showing this piece off next Tuesday for our big showcase. Here's Casey Snow. I forced Casey to, I bullied Casey, like in a nice, polite way, to draw a sexy demon babe. Thank you again. Here's Jesse. Oh my gosh. Jesse couldn't wait to color. Let's put the overlay back up so you can see sort of where the original piece came from. I love the interpretation. I love, too, the way that you layered the clothes in on top, but you still maintain some of the garters. Wonderful. Lady Liz, we buy paper from Red River. I really recommend it. I really like those guys over there, and they're super helpful. Yeah, Casey, I used to have an Epson P600. They've replaced it with the Epson P700, now the P900. Fine art paper, anything that's over 13 mil, has to be hand fed, and it is a laborious task. It is not worth it. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. Cartoon Jesse is just beautiful. Again, I just love the way that you handled some of the small little details. I love the purple on the inner leg and the orange on the outer leg. Your highlights and shadows are just really, really nice. Really, really, really nice. Color scheme, super good. Come on now. Now she's just toying with us. Deluxe, take care. So I try to fix it and make it more draw this in your style. Oh my gosh. Well, we're going to be doing our big showcase for this next Tuesday. So if you ever want to take it a little bit further, or just leave it right here, I will show this next week as well. Yeah, Kelly, I want to try the 250. I'm going to buy a box of the 250, see if it can feed from the top. Or go to that Polar Matte 88, see if that'll work. I have the Epson 2850. Ink lasts forever. Yeah. Yeah, Liz, if you ever want to talk paper, Kelly and I have looked at every single one of their papers, and I've done all their sample packs and everything, and I can tell you the difference. Yeah, no, I knew what you meant. Casey, you're very good. Casey, when's the next stream? All right, so that's where we got today. Let's probably dial up ourselves a raid. I hope everyone had a good day today. I had a really fun time. It was stressful trying to figure out how I was going to do my sketch. Again, this is a skill set that I just am deficient in. But this is where I got on mine. Pretty pleased with it so far. Also at the top of the VOD, if you missed it, I grabbed one of our new doodle books and just did a bunch of sketches to try to figure out kind of what the game plan was going to be. So yeah, pleased with that. Oh, a kamikaze, that sucks. Kamikaze, just go back and tell somebody else to call off. Was it just too slow? Streaming tomorrow, doing warm-up at 10 a.m. Drawing owls, not demon girl, sorry, I know I'm the worst. Well, no, this is the first time I've drawn a demon girl. First time I've drawn a demon girl. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, 5 Eastern. We'll be doing figure drawing for the first hour and a half of the stream. Super pumped about that. How long is Loading Artist going to be on? Loading has rated us a whole bunch, and I'm a huge fan. So, the show till 12. That's a rough one. He'll finish soon. Well, let's go raid. Cool. Let's go raid him. Just to go say hi. Loading Artist is an incredibly accomplished cartoonist, illustrator. Super great. Super duper duper great. But yeah, I think this was a really good stream. Yesterday was really good too. Everything's just felt good lately. Stress level goes down.
Tony Wheeler, the characters
guy.
Hey, you want to learn to draw? It's me, Tony. Hey, guys. It's me, Tony. We gotta draw today. You got your characters ready?
Cartoon Jesse, you'll learn very quickly that that's what Greenbag does. He smells chum in the water. Kim, it's great to see you. Give hugs and kisses to Tom for me, would you? Lizzie, I love you. I appreciate you. What's that smell? It's the Chaotic Draw Along prompt cards. Coming April 10th. But yeah, good stream, good day. Tomorrow, figure drawing. We'll be doing more watercolor after the figure drawing session tomorrow. Thursday's our chaotic character mashup, for fuck's sake. And then it's going to be Friday. And it's going to be the draw along day. Yeah, good night, everybody. I appreciate you. Thanks for all the good times today. If you need something, shoot us a message. We'll see you soon, okay?